Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. And we're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, investors are scared. Everybody's scared because they're listening to the FUD. What are you going to do? That's why you stay diversified. Well, we're going to talk about it tonight and how you can still make money in any condition because you are diversified. And welcome. Stop struggling now. Gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank you for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. And please hit that like button. You know why. So the YouTube algorithm knows at least we have somebody here watching the live stream and they'll mess around with that YouTube algorithm. So I want to thank you all for being here. And once again, we have to talk about making money. But of course, we have to talk about why you're making moves based on the economy, based on information that you have, based on your prediction of the upcoming 6 months to the next year. Well, there's plenty of indicators out here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about a few of them before we get into some of that money making. And of course, let's see who's in the house before we start. We have Edmund Vilvert. He's here. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I appreciate it. And nice to see you once again. This is how we're going to do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I appreciate it. Now, let me show you guys what we have here on the screen before we get into this. Look at this. This is what's known as the Buffett indicator. All right. The Buffett indicator tells you how undervalued or overvalued the stock market is. So you tell me, what do you think is going on for the last, 10 years? There have been blips, of course, due to COVID. That was a blip. But quite frankly, what else? Nothing other than printing money. Letting corporations buy back their shares of stock after you give them taxpayers' hard-earned money, free, called PPP loans, called buying up their debt, which is the Federal Reserve, and that's what they do. And then they turn around and buy back their stocks, or they get tax cut and tax breaks, and then they turn around and buy back their stocks instead of employing other people or doing some research and development or giving their employees more money. They'd rather buy back their stocks so they artificially inflate the stock market. And now I'm going by currentmarketvaluation.com, but notice by our calculation, according to the Buffett indicator, there's currently 85% above the historical average, suggesting that the market is strongly overvalued. These are historical all-time highs. Now, you know why it keeps going up? They touch upon it right here. However, with interest rates and historic lows, interest rates are at historic lows, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, the rich get to borrow money at almost 0% interest for 10, 20 years. So of course, you don't mind borrowing $50 million almost tax-free. And then you go out here and buy up assets that pay you. That's how they stay ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to be in the same game. You have to buy assets that pay us so they can't get them all. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at the bottom of the totem pole, the financial totem pole, that is. And you don't want to be there, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why I have to bring you the facts of the matter and show you exactly what's going on. So I scroll down a little bit more and you can see composite market value to GDP. Here's the trend line, ladies and gentlemen. This is way above what it's supposed to be. 232% is the ratio. I would call that way out of whack, according to the Buffett indicator. And that means potentially bad times are coming. But again, as long as the feds can keep interest rates low and these big organizations can borrow at near 0%, that means, and they don't have to worry about defaulting because the feds will buy up their debt too, meaning they get free play. That's like giving me money at a casino and saying, hey, Eric, here's $1 million. And if you lose it, you don't owe us $1 million. We'll just buy up your debt and you can keep moving. Yeah, some people live in a socialist society while the rest of us live in a capitalist society. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard me talk about that before. So that's not all. We have another indicator. And in fact, I can't pull it up real quick, but I'm about to. It is what we call the Shiller Index. And I'm going to show you the Shiller Index here shortly. These are some of the indexes that you might want to pay attention to occasionally. This is what you do when you have your due diligence. And on the Shiller Index, they have markings. Black Tuesday, this is like 1930. Then you have Black Monday, like 1972, I believe it was. 1987, sorry. And then look at this, 2000, the dot-com bust. Look how high this is. And now look, we're getting close, ladies and gentlemen, 37.14 up to almost 44. We're just a little under. So everything is indicating from these two indicators that we're having problems here in the future, in the short future. So does that mean you're supposed to be scared? Let me know what you think, because I don't think you're supposed to be afraid. In fact, this is what happens while everybody's getting the FUD, everybody's worried, the stock goes down, gold and silver and precious metals go down. You know who's snapping them up? The wealthy, because they're buying them at all-time lows, because all-time lows are going to happen because we have inflation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what do you think we should do? I want to know. Let's see who else is in the house this evening so we can have a discussion. All right. We have Victor Marrero in the house. He has the icon next to his name. Welcome to the SSN Nation Monday night live stream, otherwise known as Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he has his tagline, hello all, let's do this. That's how we do it. Welcome, Victor Marrero. And he says, a lot of speculation has been going on. Exactly. That's exactly what's been happening. And there's going to be a whole bunch more speculation, and especially those people that have those streams of income coming in. And you can have that little duffel bag of cash ready to start making moves. And again, you guys know how I've been out here in the forefront saying we're still waiting for the feds, November, December. I expect things to start going downhill, not even in October, but when the feds start going, oh, we have to raise interest rates. Oh, and yeah, we can't keep buying up your guys' debt. Yeah, that's when things are going to start happening. We're going to see something in the next 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. So you basically have a 2-month timeline. Start getting yourself in position to get your assets that pay us. Lock in your prices today. All right, let's see who else is here. Good evening, SSN family. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financials in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I appreciate you being here once again and with the icon next to your name. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be some very fine financial information, financial literacy tonight. So stay tuned. And once again, please smash the like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. and then click the all notification bell. All right, interest rates are still at record low, but the purchasing power has decreased due to price points. Fasten your seatbelts. Just scream, heads up. Exactly, Victor Marrero putting it down. It's the cold hard facts event tonight because that's exactly the alternatives. And these are kind of the other shoes that drop. If you don't know what I just talked about on the Shiller Index and the Buffett Index, well then, when you don't have enough purchasing power, you can't make things move around. So that means the GDP also is lowered. We're going to have problems because that means the Buffett indicator is going to even go higher. No money's moving around because somebody's hoarding it. Somebody gets their debts paid off. Somebody doesn't have to pay taxes. Yeah. And they don't want to play it. They don't want to give increases to employees. So we have the perfect storm that's occurring. So once again, lock in your prices, ladies and gentlemen. Get your streams of income. That is a must. And everybody has a way to do that these days, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, social media platforms, any other platforms that allow you to do like real estate. I did that video earlier. I dropped only in the last 30 minutes. A lot of people on the live stream won't see it, but you can see it after the live stream, hopefully, and you'll see what we're talking about there. Freedom Papers Part 3. And again, that's courtesy of Vanessa Comagate. She gave the name Freedom Papers, so I want to give her credit for that, and I just ran with it. Freedom Papers Part 3 just came out today. Passive income. We talk about that all the time on Money Making Mondays. Can't get away from it, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis also chimes in. Purchase power of average consumer down. That's right. While wealthy are flush with cash. That's it exactly. They better be flush with cash. Tax cut, tax breaks, PPP loans, but PPP loans forgiven. I go out here and borrow as a corporation, and you're going to buy up my debt and give me more loans? Of course, I get to make more money at nobody's expense but the taxpayers. I'm not even taking a risk. But the rest of us in the capitalist society, we're taking a risk because we need the jobs. We need to make the extra streams of income. Nobody's coming out here saying, here's a $10 million loan. And, oh, by the way, you don't have to pay it back. None of that's coming. So therefore, there's two different economic societies here in America. And unfortunately, the taxpayers are paying for the winners to keep winning. They're not taking the same risk as us. All right. So while the purchasing power of the ordinary citizen goes down, and what some people may not understand is the purchasing power. Because I make $5,000 per month. But when I go down to the grocery store, that same $100 that I could buy last year, now it costs me $150. So my purchasing power is decreasing. So now I have to make 50% more. Is my employer going to give me $7,500 this year because my groceries cost 50% more, because my cable bill costs 50% more, my gas bill costs 25% more? I don't think so. So therefore, there's only one person that can take care of yourself, and that is you, ladies and gentlemen. So get with the program because this is Money Making Mondays. We always have solutions. There's always a counter to any economic condition. It's just that you have to be prepared for it. You have to be looking for it, and you have to understand what you're looking at. So again, this isn't rocket science. Nobody's smarter than you. They just have some other tricks up their sleeves that you're not allowed to have. That's the only difference, ladies and gentlemen. Auntie Val with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. I appreciate it once again. Good evening, fam. That's right. We're getting it. Like she says, we're getting it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we do it around here because we don't want to leave anybody left behind. We want to let you know how to make money. In fact, since Auntie Val is here, I'm going to talk about something that I have to talk about. There's just no way around it. Victor Marrero, look at here. I flipped my strategy. I'm still investor for dollar cost averaging, but ramping up cash buildup at the tune of 40% stock market and 60% in my cash duffel bag. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen, just what I was mentioning earlier. You have to start making moves to diversify. You just can't keep everything the same when you can see how the economic conditions are coming. They're coming for you, ladies and gentlemen, the middle class, the lower class. It's already here. The door is about to slam on top of your head and you have no way out unless, let's just put it plain and simple, you're lucky enough to be here at the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream and you have 500 videos that you can watch that can help you out. So you have almost no excuse because you know it's coming. As Mr. Davis, Mr. Financial says, cold, hard facts. That's what we talk about here. And we're not sugarcoating. We're letting you know, just like Marrero says, he's not shy about it. Just like we say, you have to reposition yourself sometimes. If you know the stocks are going to go down, why are you going to keep holding up your stocks? You're going to have to start taking your profits. If you know interest rates are going to go higher, then that means you better refinance your house so you get the lowest amount of interest you can right now. If you know interest rates are going to go up and you know you can get a HELOC loan and you can use that HELOC loan money to go buy yourself an asset that's going to pay you, then I suggest you get on it already. What are you waiting for? Get on it. Now, I will say one thing. When the economy goes bad, that means there's even more deals that's going to be available. But all those that I just suggested you get a HELOC, I suggest you get some of that money out because if your house goes down, you will not be able to get a HELOC loan then. You can only get a HELOC loan when your house values are higher. So get your mind right, wrap it around this, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't easy out here to create wealth. This isn't easy out here to keep your wealth. Because even if you are one of these people who are like 90% in the stock market or 90% in crypto or 90% in real estate, any of those can go down at any given time. So that's why you have to be diversified. And that's why Marrero talks about 40% stock market, 60% cash. And I'm pretty sure 100% of his money is not locked like that. I'm pretty sure he has 5 or 10% in other vehicles. So therefore, that's what you want to be, diversified, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. All right. Don't be shy. Mr. Cold Facts doesn't pull punches. Certain states like Wisconsin and South Dakota cater to wealth to set up tax-free trusts. There we go. There we go. Exactly. Those tax-free trusts, ladies and gentlemen, they don't say nothing about this while you're growing up in school or college. They don't mention trust. They don't talk about financials whatsoever. Can you imagine if you were 5, 7, 8, 10 years old and they started telling you, hey, you know, if you put your assets in a trust that they're tax-free and, you know, you want to get an LLC and then put that LLC in a trust and nobody can mess with you. I mean, they're not going to tell you nothing like that. Why? Because they need taxpayer money. But they're going to tell the rich people that, and they're going to tell the rich people, hey, you know, we give you loans and you don't have to pay us back. See, 2 different economic societies here in America. But that's how we're going to tell you. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial, for giving out the Wisconsin and South Dakota info. Wilson Koo is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts is his tagline. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo, once again for being here. And I appreciate your support. And at Victor, the market shifting in the banks, natural gas, oil, and the real estate about to open up. Exactly. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. Curtis Davis right on top of it. You're getting valuable information here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you always have to bring that pen, pad, pencil, paper, typewriter, stenographer with you. I don't care, but I suggest you always take information down and then do your own due diligence. All right? Be smart about this. Robbie D, that is DJ Robbie D from Philly, is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, and he has the icon next to his name. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. I appreciate you being here once again. And he says, hello, SSN Nation. Hello to you, Robbie D. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, boss, Vanessa Comagate's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to her name. And the Freedom Papers is her. I got to repeat, it was her who said freedom papers on one of the live stream, and I ran with not one part, not two parts, but three parts, and I'm running with the fourth part tomorrow. So you guys got to check it out. It's all because of her. Hey, boss and SSN fam, Facebook, IG crashed. Hackers. You got that right. They crashed. Hackers. You know how it works around here. We work in a world of hackers, but I'm pretty sure they're going to say one of their servers went down or something of that nature. Yeah, if I have hackers, I'm going to shut my server off too. All right. So anyhow, yeah, they crashed for a minute, and it's pretty interesting. Wilson Koo with the donation. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo, with the $3.99 donation. And he still has the icon next to his name, which means he's also a member of the channel. And he gave the super sticker. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, Wilson Koo. Thank you. Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis says, yes, HELOC, best rates. Take advantage now or get abused by government and ultra rich. Exactly. You don't want to be left behind, ladies and gentlemen. How many times have we been saying this for the last 3 years, and especially this year? You know the motto. Get your assets this year, ladies and gentlemen. And just remember this, assets pay us. So when I go out here and I sit there and I'm looking at that nice car and I go, hey, I'm going to go down and buy a car. Cars go down in value and they don't pay me. That's not an asset. All right. You guys getting this? You go down on Friday night after you get a paycheck and you go out to a nightclub and buy the bars and buying drinks and having fun. That's not an asset. You go to the mall and buy clothes. Oh, yeah, the Gucci's. Yeah, the Louis Vuittons. Those are not assets. That same money you could have repatriated and bought yourself some assets that pay you. We got to get to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is October. I believe I'm the only YouTuber. Yeah, that's right. Let me puff my chest up. I'm the only YouTuber out here telling people from January 1 till December 31st, get your assets now. You're going to thank me later. And by the way, I forgot to mention Auntie Val. She came in and she gave the creme de la creme asset for 2021. In my opinion, it's number one so far. And that was the strong block. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up to $60 a day. That's right, $60 a day. $1,800 a month potentially because you have 10 coins. You have a node. One node is $60 a day. Yes, the coin is over $600. So now it's $60. Well, it was well over the other day. So anyhow, $60 a day is $1,800 a month if it stays at this coin price. From a $6,000, well, actually a $5,500 investment, but now it's going to be around a $6,500 investment to get that $1,800. 4-month risk, ladies and gentlemen. You get your money back in 4 months. Then you can decide either buy another node potentially or cash out a little bit and take your profits and then let it ride from there. But either way, you have a 4-month risk, in my opinion. All right. And then if you want to keep going, it's up to you. But opportunity knocks, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Strong Block. You can always search the channel. I did 2 videos on Strong Block. And if anybody wants to know how to do it, check out the second video. And then down below in the description of the second video, it tells you the steps that you need to do to get your 10 coins onto MetaMask and some ETH. And then you sign up at strongblock.com. All right, it's that simple. That's passive income, ladies and gentlemen. I talked about it in the video that I just dropped tonight. So you guys got to keep that in mind. This is how we're doing it. All right, we don't want to be abused out here, Wilson Koo. There's a new fintech working on fractional for your investment properties, like a reverse mortgage, but on your investment properties. Stay tuned, and I will let you know if it's available in the U.S. Yes, there is a fintech. I have seen it a few months ago. I was waiting for it to fulfill itself because for me, I'm not sold that they're going to be able to do this fractional. And I didn't understand exactly what they meant by fractional as well. If they meant there was fractional ownership or if they meant they'd give me a piece, I didn't really understand. But what it sounded like, I'll give you guys what it sounded like to me, was something that's very nice. You're holding vacation rental property. They're going to give you a loan, like 30% of the value. No questions asked. And there was a component to it that went with, like, I'll use Victor Morero, for instance, where he's 90% full from rental. If it's the same company or a different company, I don't know. But there's a company that came out saying that they will pay you up front for the revenue that you're going to have and give you a loan. I was like, holy smokes, this is awesome. So again, things are going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, that were not available to people before. And I appreciate Wilson Koo mentioning this, because with everything, fintechs are out now. You have opportunities now that you've never had before for the ordinary citizens. In case you're new here, ordinary citizens are known as OCs. All right. You have a chance now because we have all the tools in place on the internet. They shut down the internet. Oh my, we have problems. But as long as the internet's open, it's open for everybody, open for business worldwide. That's right, worldwide. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm liking the Freedom Papers for All. Vanessa Kamaget, yes, thanks to you. That's how it all started, the Freedom Papers. That's what we talked about. And just because of that woman right there, she's out here making it happen as well. I have to bring it to you guys. So today's was passive income. And I had to, a lot of people don't even know what passive income is. Some people think passive income is doing no work and money's going to roll in. Well, I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen. There's no such thing as doing no work and receiving passive income. In fact, there's no such thing as doing no work and receiving any income. That is just a myth. That is the American dream that's sold to you by a ton of these scammers out here. So there's no such thing. You always have to do some work, whether it's a little bit of work or a lot of work. There's no escaping. You have to do work, ladies and gentlemen, if you want passive income, if you want residual income, if you want dividend income, no matter what income you want, you have to work for it. And by the way, every day is your future. I've been saying this in the Freedom Papers. Every day is your future, ladies and gentlemen. What you're doing now is actually going to affect what's happening in your future financially. Are you preparing? Are you making plans? We're trying to get you all here. And oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Freedom Papers, I have there's no real announcement to make. It's just that there's an announcement for everybody who has been paying attention to the Punta Cana and pre-construction videos and talks that we've had. I would like to say we have another member of SSN Nation notified me last night that they bought at the Wave in Vista Cana. Can you believe that? That is roughly number 26, 27, because I know we're over 25 now for sure, but I don't know the exact number, but we're somewhere around 26th, 27th person that is bought inside Vista Cana. Now, first of all, Tiffany, okay, let's get things straight. Originally, when Wave came out, you could buy a one-bedroom for $62,000. The Wave came out about 5 months ago. Tiffany got the last one-bedroom in the phase, and that was $71,999. So $72,000, I believe that's what she posted in the last live stream. Or she didn't get the last, I'm sorry. She got hers, well, anyhow, she got a bottom one. I believe that was the last bottom one. Okay, now, there's a second level unit that was available that this last person got. The price is $79,999, meaning $80,000 for the same one bedroom on the second level. This is how fast prices are moving, ladies and gentlemen. Again, there's just no way around it. And she locked in that price. Tiffany locked in her price. We all, before them, locked in our prices. The stuff's not going to be done for a year or two. But we have 2021 prices, ladies and gentlemen. That is beautiful. Wilson Koo, if you can get HELOC, now is the time. Curtis D is spot on. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. And that's right. He has quickeasyfunds.com. QUIKE as in Eric, Z as in zebra, funds.com. That's right. He helps people out that way. get your HELOC and park some in strong block nodes and watch the fun. There we go, Wilson Koo. There we go. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. You want passive income? That's what we do here. That's exactly what you would do. Use some of that money to buy assets. Come on now. The SSN Nation way. All right, Wilson Koo. Curtis Davis. Yes. Eric dropping gems on vacation rentals money. That's right. Have to say it. Worldwide. Auntie Val looking hard at Planet Watch mining. Potential to $50 a day. 2,200 investment. Will advise. Planet Watch mining. Auntie Val dropping another gem in the stream. Another passive income stream. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. This is Money Making Mondays. It's getting 100 up in here. Jeez, not two things and a 2,200 instead of a $5,000 or $6,000 investment. My, that is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. $50 a day, Planet Watch. Yes, we're going to have to look into that, Auntie Val. And everybody else, start doing your due diligence. Thank you, Auntie Val is right. Vanessa Gate. That's exactly right. Thank you so much. Every day I go to the grocery store, cashier. Do they know Bitcoin or crypto? 99% of 50-year-olds don't know it. I ask 18 to 19 cashier. They say yes, exactly. It is not fully adopted yet. So Bitcoin, NFTs, everything like that, well, it's going to take some time. And now that we're 30 minutes in, please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, because we are just getting started on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. All right. I understand. This is exactly where there's a disconnect, because the internet and streaming and all that just started in the last 5 years, 6 years. Not the internet itself, but the streaming services, the Bitcoin came into prominence only in the last 3 years, because the price went up to 17,000 in 2018. Then people were like, whoa, what is that? And then it dropped back down. So most people were like, okay, no need. It was just some sort of fad like the tulips, Beanie Babies or something. So people didn't pay no mind. And now here we are. We have a whole underground, but you know who's in the underground? 15, 14, 13-year-olds, 20-year-old, 25-year-old, 30 years old. I even believe once you get up to about 35, people start zoned out to Bitcoin, but all the younger ones, they're like on it. They know what NFTs are. They know what they can buy in game, like crypto fights using BSV. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. BSV, not BTC. Transactions aren't fast enough. In game, they're using Ethereum. In game, they're using BSV. In game, yes, ladies and gentlemen, they know all about it. Wilson Koo, you retain your title, and the term is up to 5 years. Then they look at the appreciation and calculate your interest on the loan based on that. Example, 20% appreciation over 5 years term, then 20 divided by 5, 4%. Okay, I can live with that. I'll take 4% all day, every day, especially in this environment where there's inflation. Hell yes. Where money's going to be cheaper later in the next year or two. $1,000 is going to be like $1,500. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Wilson Koo, you can also option for no payment until you sell or pass on. Oh, that's like a reverse mortgage. Now I see why you said reverse mortgage. Okay. All right, there you go. Look, boss, they need to name a Punta Cana Street Eric Bird Boulevard. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying too. I was saying, hey, you guys are going to have to give me some love out here. I'm the guy that's been talking about it for all year long. In fact, last year, it's 1 year since I started talking about Punta Cana. And I still get no love over there. Well, I shouldn't say that. Johan always gives me love. You know what I'm saying. And Mr. Estacio gives me love. So I can't be too bad. But for some reason, no love from the Anorama guys. Strong Block will give you more than the car you bought for $10K. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. I vote for a discount code membership for Auntie Val. Vanessa Gate. Exactly. Good point there. Right on. Yes, let me know about Planet Watch. That's right, Robbie D. We don't know anything about it, but you know what's about to happen, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're new here. You know I'm going to have to Google this on the live stream. We do things live. Some of it's a little scripted. When I show you, I knew I was going to talk about the Shiller Index and the Buffett indicator, but after that, We go wherever the live stream goes. And when she starts talking about Planet Watch, we might have to start looking at it right now tonight. We're not going to be left in suspense. We're going to start looking at it. Auntie Val, please send me that info on Planet Watch. That's it exactly. Love you, sis. That's right. Okay, Curtis Davis, crypto up 10% over last week. You're damn right it is. It's creeping. It's creeping. We'll do it. Wilson Koo. Vanessa, haha, Eric Bird Boulevard. Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's go. Planet Watch, crypto. What do we call this? Minor rewards? Is that what we're going to call it? Yeah, you know we're going to look this up. You know we're going to look it up. Come on now. We're not going to leave it hanging like that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, not only did the news about the no qualifying, no credit check, pre-construction Punta Cana property, and the 26th or 27th member of the SSN Nation who has bought a property there, but we have pictures of the business center at the entrance of Vista Cana. Yes, there's a business center at the entrance. And as you know, Mr. Estacio showed us pictures of the mall that's going to be, I think, across the way, because when I was there, they told me it was going to be across the way. So now the question is, where's the hotel at? Because I thought they were building a hotel where this business center is, and you can buy suites in the business center. Yes, they run 70 grand for on the front. I checked into it because I think it's behooved me to, if I'm going to set up, I got to set up a business there. We got to do it, right? We have to have some sort of rental, housekeeping. Might as well have it all set up. Then you would have an office at the entrance. That would be pretty good. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I haven't gotten any info, in fact, from Mr. Estacio yet. But I do know the prices. I do know what was available. And there's only one frontal office left, and it was 75 grand. The other offices, you have to actually walk into the complex. But so what? It's always better if you can just pull up, park out front. Vanessa, haha, exactly. We'll have a resort club called Bird Paradise, like the Buffett Margaritaville. That's right. That's right. I think I'm gonna have to go over there probably in about a month. Well, probably about 2 months. I'm gonna go back over there and really start looking at some other options, because I'm gonna try and get myself poised into some of that business. That free money is the way I look at it. Like Vanessa Comagate mentioned earlier, last live stream, when she started saying there's business opportunities there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an understatement, because now whether you want to be in housekeeping, whether you want to be in transportation business, whether you want to just be in the bringing people from the airport to Vista Cana, whether you want to drive people out of Vista Cana to the beach, there's a myriad of things you can do. You want to bring food to people in Vista Cana, this is going to be outrageous what you're going to have options to do. And he who there is first to get the market share, you're probably going to win. So this is why all the front units in the business center, except for one, has been sold. Thanks, Auntie Val. Exactly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we have here. We're going to go on a fishing expedition. We're going to go on it. Traditional mining with a twist. Small device to help measure air quality globally. Okay, that's interesting. Visit the U.S. World Store. No, we're not doing that. Check your air quality. Become a Planet Watcher. Token model. Planet Token enables all transactions. Earth credits. Planet Token. Issued on the Algorand blockchain. Planets are earned when a sensor sends valid air quality data to Planet Watch. So it's more like a sensor system. What is that? 4 billion planets. 5% of max supply is allocated immediately to Planet Watch. 95% is used to reward air quality. Interest. Yes, sensor owner. Even they say it's a sensor. For each valid measure, Planet rewards are splits as follows. Sensor owner, 80%. Planet Watch, 20%. How many tokens can I earn a day? Depends on the type of sensor. Total number of sensors in the network and on the size of the global reward pool. Okay, that's different. Well, let's go see how far we can go here. Planet Watch is just what it says, ladies and gentlemen. planetwatch.io. Here are sensors. That's what they meant about going to the store. Here's the VAT included, $13.50 for an Archino sensor. Type 1 license. Type 2, existing device can continue to be supported, but the sensor is no longer available. Type 3, $4.99. Another one. All right, so this is going to cause a little bit of due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. Here's how you become a Planet Watcher. Okay, well, we're just getting our feet wet here. That's all you can do. Let's see about the licenses. Maybe this is something. Pick your license. Do you have a sensor? Huh. Okay, I'll go for, I think that was on the other page, but let's just see if it's a little different. Yeah, this is coming up a little differently. So let me see, make sure I have this on the screen for you guys. All right, here we go. This is SSN Money Making Monday live stream. Auntie Val, she gave us the strong block information. Now she has mentioned she's checking out Planet Watch. So I'm just doing a little 2,823 license sold. Let's see here. I didn't let me go back here. 2,823 license sold. And how much is the wait, hold on. Let's go with 1 year. 250. 2, 3. Okay, that's 500. The license is non-transferable. It cannot be used later on for a different sensor. Here's the white paper for your earnings potential. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Can't go much further because it looks like due diligence is going to be in order. And that is what Auntie Val is doing right now. And that's what you need to do. So once again, there has been dropped some valuable, potentially valuable information. So here we go. Traditional small device to help measure air quality. Yes, it is. You need to be on the US site for accurate pricing. Okay. Let's see. Figures. That means what? .com. Let's go see if we get .com. But if not, it's all right. This is just yeah, that domain name is not available. All right. Tier 1 highest payout. Okay. Well, with that said, I can't. Let me see. I'll go back. I'll go put it back up on the screen because initially it did say go to the US website, right? Planet Watch. It did say let me see if I can duplicate that screen that popped up saying go to the US website. Of course, I cannot duplicate that. So let's see here. Planet Watch US. Okay, let's go Planet Watch US, see if that changes. There we go. We have Planet Watch US coming on board, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Look after the air you breathe, tier 1 highest. All right, this is allegedly, yes, that is .us. Here we go. Are we supposed to get license or sensors? That's the question. Let's go with, okay, let's see if it's in order of pricing. Let's go check out type 4. Let's see what type 4 has to do for us here. No, type 4 is $42. So that's not it. So sensors. Let's see if it's the sensors that we need. Let's see if it's the sensors. All right. Sensor type 2. Nope. Let's see here. They're not really forthcoming on these prices. Oh, here we go. Oh, the Arkino license. Oh, Arkino is 1649. Wow. Ariana is doesn't say. Sensage Mini 649, and it starts going down from there. So 1600 plus a license. So we need a license. And now it number one is the most, right? I think. Because number 4 was $42. So $300 for a license. Interesting. Very interesting. Oops. Happened. Okay, I got us back on screen somehow. Okay. How did I do that? That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. $300 for the Type 1 license. Enables connecting Type 1 device such as Arkino to the Planet Watch network, earning Planet rewards in return for data streams. So there goes 1,650, let's call it, straight out the box. Oh, okay, you can get. So if you did a 3-year, then that's your $2,300. All right. Now it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Do your due diligence. Go check it out for yourself. Planetwatch.us. All right. Tier 1, highest payout. Both. You need to be on US site for accurate pricing. Yes. Sensor dictates the type of license needed. Yes. I can see that already because they said you needed that Type 1 Arkino. You choose indoor or outdoor. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's some more information. Auntie Val, courtesy in the crypto space. She's been studying. She keeps her ear to the ground. This is what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, when investors are scared, right? The stock market, the real estate, the crypto is crashing. Do you have another plan? Well, start putting it in place right now. You've had all year to put some things into place. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about it here, because this is SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, we talk about financial literacy all the time. And please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. I'd appreciate that. All right, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else do we have on board, because I did want to show something. I don't know if I can do it, though. Let's go see if I can. Yes, I can do it. I think I can. Let me, I'm going to pull up. Remember, I did mention, I just can't get rid of this Vistakana on my mind. It just won't stop. It just can't stop. And the reason being is because I think it's one hell of an opportunity. This could be, look, I'm gonna put things real clear and in perspective, because I keep reminding myself, a lady bought a 2-bedroom across the street from the beach in 2008 for $264,000. Her 2-bedroom across the street from the beach is not worth more than $264,000 right now. And the reason why, I'm doing a couple of things while I'm talking, so please forgive me. But the reason why it hasn't happened is because where she bought across the street from the beach is in El Cordacito. And the problem is, you cannot buy the most expensive property in the cheapest neighborhood. That is a no-no. So in other words, all the rest of the condos around her are right now, you can get a 2-bedroom at El Dorado for like $80,000, $90,000. El Dorado isn't on the beach, but it's 300 yards from where she is. So it's not even that far. I can be at the beach staying at El Dorado in 3 minutes. Leave her place, I'm at the beach in 45 seconds to a minute. So there's not much difference other than the peekaboo views of the water. So she's not able to even, nobody's offered her. She's had it for sale for years. Nobody's offered her no 260 because the new condo, which is basically 3 doors over, they were selling 1 bedrooms for 120 on the water. A 2 bedroom was like 180 or 160 on the water. She's across the street. They're actually on the other side of the street where they can just walk out and they're in the sand. So they weren't even 264,000. So the question is, are we in that same problem or situation right now? Are we actually overpaying at these prices in Vistacana, at Cana Rock, at Cap Cana? Well, you know what? I don't think so. Because if you can buy something for 100,000, 200,000 or less, I personally believe you're still going to be in. Once you go over 200 and you don't have any amenities, now that's a problem. And by the way, her $264,000 condo, all they have is a little pool that may be 12 feet long or 15 feet long by about 10 to 15 feet wide. Nothing else. No fitness center, no restaurant, no bar, no nothing other than that little pool. And that's it. And they do have security, but you know, that it's just a condominium project. And so, you know, it's kind of weird. So I don't get it, but I don't think anybody investing right now, even if prices go down, you will still be happy. And how far down can they really go when you really think about it, right? How far down can they really go when you buy something? Like in the case of Tiffany, in the case of the other person, in the case of myself, if you buy something, or everybody basically is bought for 200,000 or less, roughly 231 and less. That's what everybody's bought. So as long as you bought that instead of buying 300 and something, I think you're going to be fine. All right. So don't worry about it. Just remember what you're doing. I'm doing a few things because I'm going to show you guys the business center so you can always stay up to par on what we're doing. So I'm actually saving some of the pictures so I can actually load them up for you. All right. So let me know what you guys think, because if the real estate crashes, if the stock market crashes, if crypto crashes, then all those people that are in strong block, you're still going to be making money from your investment, which is passive income. You've set yourself up for that. We're all happy. We're still going to be making money if crypto crashes. Versus if you own the crypto and it crashes, now you feel a different way because you're like, hey, I have $5,000 worth of crypto, but now it's worth $2,500. Well, we could have our $5,000 worth of crypto could be $2,500, but depending on what the coin price is, we still have passive income coming in. It's not going to go away. At least that's what they're saying. I mean, anything can happen, but all I'm saying, you still have revenue coming in. Stocks, the same way works. If you have dividend income coming in from the stocks and the stocks still are paying the dividends, you're still going to have passive income coming in. You don't have to do anything, right? So you're diversified. So we said crypto, we said stocks. And then if you start doing real estate, it's not the value of the real estate that matters. It only value of real estate only matters when you live in the real estate. That's it. If you don't live in the real estate, it doesn't matter what it's worth. It matters how many people are renting your place or how you're getting your rental income, whether it's month to month, bi-weekly, whatever you're doing, short-term rentals for 2 months, 3 months, or renting it month to month, or doing short-term rentals like vacation rentals. You're still going to have revenue coming in. So the value of the property is irrelevant. What's going to be relevant is, do I have people renting this thing? Is the economy so bad that nobody's traveling? Well, you guys know how we've been talking about it. You know who the top 10 percenters are. In America, that's 30 million people. But the top 10 percenters, it's worldwide. It's a top 10 worldwide. So it's not just 30 million people that can do what they want, where they want, how they want. You're talking about roughly 70 million, 700 million, somewhere in that vicinity. Top 10% can do what they want, where they want, how they want. So they're still going to be going to these destinations that are fun to be at. Let's face facts. So are you going to have some place or property or real estate where people want to come visit? Now, if you just have random place and you want people to come, that may be a problem. There'd be no reason for them to go when the economy goes bad. All right. So keep those things in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me see if I can load up. I might have to take some things out. No, let me see. I might be able to. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Well, check this out. I actually still have other videos up because I love Vistacana. In fact, Vanessa Comagate, when I go over there again, I am going to be pushing for that Eric Berg Boulevard. Quite frankly, that's what I'm going to be pushing for. All right. This is the Vistacana Beach Club, which is around the lake, ladies and gentlemen. This is not built yet. This is just a rendering. And oh, by the way, we're almost an hour in. Okay, it looks like I got stuck for a second. Okay, we have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. But anyhow, hopefully you can hear me. This is the Vistacana Beach Club. It's by the lake. Now, I'm going to show you some other, the Vistacana Business Center. I'm going to show you that in a second. So let me get a few pictures up. In fact, here, let me show you. Nah, can't do it. Okay. Let's see here. Do we have the VC? Here we go. All right. Okay. So hopefully I can switch this picture because we're having a problem right now. I don't know why. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a rendering of the business center. When I was there, that building was concrete, and I thought that was going to be the hotel. But apparently, it's the business center. So I don't know where the hotel's going. And across the street, where you see the people walking on the right-hand side, is supposed to be the shopping area, but I don't know if that's where the mall's going to be. Because I still don't know where they're supposed to have a hotel there. So that's part one of the pictures for the business center. Let's go pull up some more. I actually have 3. So it'll give you a view of, so it's perfect. If you're, and you know who's going to be in this business center, it would be anybody that's doing rentals, housekeeping, or anything like that. That's where they should be. So here's another rendering of what's going to be known as, I guess, the VBC Business Center. And notice they have stores here. I don't know, Jockey Club. Maybe they're going to have stores up front. But whoever has the front is already taken. So, except for one unit is still available. And it's about 300 square feet, by the way. Maybe that's why it's still left. And let's go with the third pick, which is the other end of the complex. And we'll get that up. And that's the other side, the Vistacana Business Center, otherwise known as VBC Center. And there's supposedly stores down below. So I don't know, but they're already sold out except for one that's on the front. So once again, is it time? Is $75,000 worth it? Probably. Because you can be at the entrance. All right. So looks like I'm going to have to do something here because it's stuck on these pictures. So I'm going to have to get these removed, I see. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Let's go. Choose indoor, outdoor, bird paradise, beach club. That's it. Real estate, rental income, crypto staking, mining income, stocks, dividend income, income. Exactly, Auntie Val. That's how we have to do. It's all of that. Exactly. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do now. We're going to move this out. We have problems. We're stuck. All right, so it won't let me come back to the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, very nice structure. Exactly. Good evening, SSN family. Gary White is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here, Gary White, with the icon next to his name. But it looks like we're stuck here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, while I'm stuck, I might as well show you this is funny. This is a first. I might as well show you the sports complex too. This is funny as hell. All right. So this is funny. Delete. All right. It's gone. So I can't put this on the screen. I can't get back to the screen, ladies and gentlemen. So this is pretty funny. All right. This is a first, but we're live. So I'm going to have to move some things out. Let's see here. So I'm going to, there we go. All right. We're back. All right. We had some blocking going on. Okay. Gary White's in the house. Thank you so much once again with the icon next to your name. And he has his tagline, let's get it. He's in the house. And by the way, 1 hour, 2 minutes in, please smash that like button. You know why? Because we need the YouTube gods to shine upon us and let other people know what we're talking about here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, because we talk about how to make money. And Auntie Val drops another bomb gem on us today for everybody to do their due diligence. Now, if you missed that video that I dropped about 30 to 45 minutes before the live stream, it's called Freedom Papers Part 3, and it's passive income. And I actually touch upon strong block on that, which is passive income. We talk about what passive income is in that video. But tonight, I'm going to reveal some of the things I talked about, because dividend income, as Auntie Val mentioned, is part of the equation. You can't get away from it if you want streams of income. So I actually gave, which I'm going to have to do here and now. I'm going to go and hopefully I won't get stuck. But I'm going to give some of the stocks. Some of the stocks I mentioned. And AM. All right, I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see. Don't worry. It's AM. It's giving 8.29% at the $10.85 price point. Now, 8.29%, that's not bad. I like 8.29. I don't see a problem with 8.29. It's single digits. It's not small, but if the stock price goes down and they keep paying dividends, that means your dividend yield is going to be higher. Just keep that in mind. If this drops to, let's say, $10, then instead of it being 8.29, it probably moves up to 8.5, 8.59. All right. And if it dropped to $9, then you're probably going to be somewhere around 9.5%, maybe even 10% on your money. Keep that in mind. That is passive income. Every 3 months, AM kicks us dividend money. All right. Now, not only that, I'm going to go to ORC. So some people might be going, well, 8.29, inflation is 10%. Yes, exactly. But you don't have to risk much if they're still paying you dividend money, right? I need to do something real quick, but here, let me do the background here. All right. So notice ORC 15.79% at this $4.94 price point. Is that pretty awesome? I think that's awesome. And members of the channel know that I have ORC. And again, last year, ORC got up as high as 17% on our money, just so you know. All right. Which is pretty awesome. Uh-oh. Hold on. I did something I wanted to do. Okay. I'm actually keeping track in the background of 15.29. Just so you guys could know. So just those two, AM, ORC is over 10% on your money. In fact, it's over 11. So then I believe I did a Gladstone commercial, which makes it 6 point, I think it's 6%, something like that, of a dividend. So G as in George, OOD on NASDAQ, 6.91%. All right. So you guys getting this, right? 6.91. Those three that I just mentioned keeps you at 10% at these prices today. Basically 10.16%, all three. All right, just so that gives you an idea. So that dividend, 10% on your money based on these prices. If the prices drop and they still give out dividends, that means you could be making more than 10% per year. All right. Keep that in mind. This is dividend income. In fact, I didn't even put this in the video. PSAC, you know, that's our favorite stock over the last year as well. They're at 9% dividend. So between, if you did all four, you're still going to be around 9 point. I haven't done the numbers, but you add up these 9.14 at today's prices, 39.6. So you're a little under 10%. So you're at about 9.7, something like that. 9.7% just on those three. Prospect Capital pays their dividends every month. So it compounds every month, which is pretty sweet. All right. Good also. So you got to love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we always have solutions for everything. Don't be fooled out here. There's always some way to do something, and you can diversify. You can lock in your prices now. That's why if you're new, just came in the last 30, 40 minutes, we were talking about HELOCs. If you have appreciation in your property right now, you should probably think of getting a HELOC and not letting it sit there. Get your HELOC and use it, because if you let it sit there and don't use it, they could revoke it. So in other words, if the real estate market did collapse or go down, all of a sudden your house is worth less, they'll come revoke your HELOC because your value went down. You won't be able to use it. So have a plan. Get a HELOC, use the money. You can do strong block. You can buy yourself some real estate. You can buy whatever other asset that can pay you. That's what I would suggest you do, and get it in order right now. And think about if the economy does go down, if interest rates go up, at least you're locked in now with your interest rate. If anything happens, make sure the asset that you're buying might be economy proof. And so there's only a limited amount of things that can be economy proof. That's starting your own business, which we've talked about several times, because there is all social media platforms. And then everybody here, OCs, members of the channel, know I recommend Fiverr. If you don't know how to do something, then go to Fiverr. You can pay people $5, $10, $20, $30, and on up To do it, fiverr.com. F is in Frank, I, V is in Victor, ERR.com. All right, it's that simple. If you want to make images, then you go to Canva, CANVA.com. I don't have a link down below in the description. I probably should add one after the video. I will, but Canva helps you do images. You can even put video in images. There's many things you can do. Both Canva's free, Fiverr's free to go look. So again, nothing's stopping you. You want to do live streams like what I'm doing tonight with StreamYard? It's free. Happs, Happs is an app that's free. And you can go to more than 2 free platforms. You can go to like 4 or 5 on Happs. And podcasts is Buzzsprout, Buzz, sprout.com. Again, B-U-Z as in zebra, Z as in zebra, Sprout, S as in Sam, P as in Paul, R-O-U-T. And then you can start your podcast. All you need is a microphone. Mic check. That's it. And then you can ask for people to come on the podcast if you want and start there. And they help you. They get you on iTunes and iHeart and Spotify, Pandora, all of it. All right. Intune, all of it. They can help you get on those platforms. In fact, it's in the back office, so it makes it nice and simple for you. So another way to get out to the masses. Pretty simple, right? All right, but you have to put in a little work. But remember, once you do your podcast, once you do your live stream, once you do all this, it's on the internet. So somebody could find it right now. Somebody could find it 6 months from now. Somebody can find it a year from now. So you never know what can happen. Passive income. And especially when the economy goes down, if you have something that's helping with a person or family with some need. When the economy goes down, most people start looking for ways to make more money. That's just the way it is. That's the nature of the beast. All right. Some people are looking for home-based businesses, how to work from home, all kind of different opportunities that people are looking for. If you have a way to offer it, then you could potentially have a way to do some sales. All right. While you're sleeping, by the way. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's see what else we have going on. I think I've missed. You need to be a U.S. site. Okay. Wow. Very nice structure. Oh, yeah. The business center. And there we go. Oh, my. IBE is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Thank you so much for the donation of 555 and keep it coming. Thank you so much, IBE. I appreciate your support once again for being here and the donation. I humbly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I humbly appreciate Wilson Koo, the donation as well. I appreciate it this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. All right. So there we go. We're going to keep it coming. You know how we do this. We're tearing down the doors. Why do you think YouTube doesn't want to let out this information? They don't want to give it to the masses. Come on now. Ordinary citizens, mount up. Be ready to do something that the big boys do, and we're doing it without using big boy money. Come on now. They don't want to hear none of this. They don't want to let this out there. They don't want to let people know that they can get items without credit. You guys know that was part 2 of the Freedom Papers. You don't need a credit bureau. You don't need a credit check. You don't need credit, period. There's ways that you can still get your assets, still get loans, still get lines of credit, but you're going to have to work, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way around it. Do not sit there and think that just because you buy a course, just because you listen to me, that you can say, okay, all I have to do is minimal work. That's not how it goes. I'll say it again. You have to put in work, ladies and gentlemen. And that work is not just one day. It's not just 4 hours. It's not just 1 week. It's not just 5 weeks. Like I said before, this is the Dr. Quosha that I'm giving you right now. Put in the work. Call me in 2 years. That's it. That's all I have to say. Because if you're not putting in work every day, every other day for 2 years, then your competition is just going to kick your ass. That's all there is to it. You're not going to make it. All right. And there's going to be bumps and there's going to be bruises. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but there's no way. You have to keep going because you know what's going to be at stake? What's going to be at stake is certain things that it's the unfathomable, because in 1930s is almost 100 years ago. There's nobody that's living generally that was an adult when they were 18, 20 years old when the stock market crash occurred in the Great Depression. All right. All I remember, like I said before, if you're new here, my grandmother, I remember when some of her friends came over one day when I was a little kid, and they said, you guys have heard this story before, when one of her friends came from work or something and they walked up on, there was like 3 or 4 people sitting down with my grandmother on the porch. This person walks up and goes, yeah, I just got paid and I put my money in the bank. All the people in the chair, my grandmother, my grandfather, and the people that were visiting, all was freaked out. They were like, what do you mean you put your money in a bank? Are you serious? You better go down there and get your money out of that bank. It's not safe to have your money in the bank. The reason why they had that point of view is because in the 30s, banks took your money. They closed. They said, I'm sorry, we're not giving you this money back. We made investments. A bank run, because banks don't have the amount of money on deposit. So that's why they freaked out. I never forgot that, because in my lifetime, nobody would think a bank would keep your money, but that could happen. So you're going to have a way to get some funds from somewhere else, a way to use some other type of money, which could be gold, silver, and precious metals. Gold, silver, and precious metals are cheap. They're manipulating that market as well. I should do a video on what silver should be, and gold for that matter. And in case anybody wants to know, the silver price, if it was allowed to correlate with inflation and the value of money, just so you know, silver should be over $1,000 an ounce in 2021. Actually, I did it last year in 2020, but it was over 1,000 then. So it's definitely still over 1,000 now. That's what it should be. But because they keep the prices down, what are we talking? 22 cents an ounce? I mean, $22 an ounce, $21 an ounce. And then these knuckleheads doing premiums, adding $2, $3, $4 on top when you buy it from a dealer or online dealer. A travesty. So just keep these things in mind. All right. You have to have some other mechanism in order to buy and sell. And that's why crypto is very significant, because that gives people an alternative. That also makes the government have to do something different. In fact, they're going to have to join the party. They're going to have a digital currency, which is unfortunate. All right. IBE, Jesus, my man, thank you so much for another donation this evening. I humbly appreciate this. 2 donations tonight. IBE, I appreciate your support. Thanks a lot for everything you do. Man, I appreciate that, because that's what we're trying to do here. Rising tide lifts all boats. You guys will hear me say that mantra all the time, because that's what my life's always been. I've been telling people exactly what I've been telling you here at the SSN Nation. They look at me and they're like, okay, dude's not a billionaire, so I'm not going to listen to him. He doesn't drive that Lambo or whatever, so I'm not going to listen. But yet things keep coming just as described year after year. You can see it coming. And then they say, hey, where are you when they call me? What state are you in? What country are you in? That's what they do when they call me. We're never around. What's going on? Where you at? You know, it's crazy. I said, I invested my money in a different way. I didn't go out here and buy these things that go down in value. Buy the ETFs and metal stocks. Let's hit on the fees. There you go. Wilson Koo. That's the way I look at it. If I'm buying metals, I'd rather just have the metals from the stock ETFs. And like I pointed out, oh, by the way, speaking of something, I put this on the on the video earlier today, DRD, which is a gold stock. So instead of buying gold that just sits there at 1,700, goes down to 1,600, goes back up to 18, 1,900. And if I want to buy it, the premium added is like an extra $150, $200. You can buy DRD, for instance, and DRD is gold, and they give 6.31% dividend every 3 months. We get a dividend from DRD. D as in David, R, D as in David. So this is another way, instead of putting it in a black hole, because the way I look at it is, I'm going to go down and buy, let's call it $22 an ounce for silver, right? In fact, let me see if I have this on, make sure I have it on the screen. I'm going to go to AppMex, which is an online dealer, get the prices, and it should be around 21, 22, right? So here we are, 22.66. Now, the problem is that 22.66, once I buy that coin or bar or whatever, here, I'll do this by weight. It's a black hole as far as I'm concerned. So here goes silver bars. I don't earn anything on there. Plus the fact, I'm going to show you something else. Here, silver bar. Look at these prices, right? I don't know what's going on with the computer, but look at some of these prices, probably because I got to get out of here. 1 ounce. Okay, we'll do 1 ounce. Let's see what we got. 1 ounce bars. Oh, this is cute. Alert me, alert me. Look at this. They're not even that anymore. $26. So now $27. They add like, what is that? $5? 20% more for a bar, 1 ounce silver bar. And that's 1 through 19 ounces. You have to get up to 20 ounces and it's still $5. Get up to 100 ounces, it's still $27. So $4.50 added. So I'm paying $27 basically per ounce for and it's only 22. So not only am I paying more, 20% more, 25% more, but I get nothing after I buy it. And then if I try to sell it, I have to sell it for less if I had to turn around and sell it within a week or a month. So therefore, this is why I suggest, as Wilson Koo has mentioned, that you buy gold and silver stocks that give dividends. At least it's not sitting in a black hole. All right? That's how simple this is, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have money coming in. Doesn't make much sense to have it sitting and not earning anything, because otherwise you're losing to inflation. So remember, that $27 that I just put in the black hole, it's actually more than that, because if inflation moves up 10% and it costs me 10% more to buy exactly what I could have bought before, that means that's another $2 that I lost by having it in a black hole. So all you stackers, it's a numbers, it's statistics. It has nothing to do with I'm just going to stack it, and whenever the economy goes bad, whenever that is, who knows? 2 times in the last 40 years, I keep telling the stackers, 2 times in the last 40 years has this ever happened, where you holding gold and silver was all of a sudden a great thing, and then as soon as it went up, it comes back down. And then what? You wait another 20, 30 years? So 1980, silver went up to, I think, $50. And then in 2009 or 10, which is damn near 30 years later, it went up to like 75, 85, something like that. That's it. The only 2 times. All the rest of the time, it's hovering around wherever. So, like I said, I feel there's other ways to do it. Okay. Yes, I heard you can buy gold on Amazon. That's true. Here's the other problem with precious metals. which actually I became a victim myself because I didn't pay attention. But gold and silver can be fake. That's the thing. You don't know when you order it unless the person's reputable. You know the person or the dealer or who you're buying it from is reputable. It could still be fake. So that's the problem with gold, silver, whether it's coins, whether it's bars, whether it's anything that says gold and silver, because all you have to do is lace it. You can plate it and then call it gold, silver, and nobody's really going to know unless they have a tester. So do you really want to go through all that after you buy gold and silver from anonymous sources? Chinese traders are doing gold spotting, exactly, and making a killing, but it is very high risk and you need the right trader to make money. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's exactly right. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I get a little leery when somebody starts saying, well, if gold and silver goes up, I'm going to be able to do something. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know how much you're going to be able to do, because if gold and silver goes up, that just means you're going to have a whole bunch more gold and silver fake coins and bars and jewelry out there where you're going to have a sensor or some way to test it to even make sure it's legitimate. So again, there's a reason that there's scam artists all over the world. Physical metal will need to be tested if you do not know what you are buying. Exactly. In fact, even if you know what you are buying, you're going to have to test it, because look at it this way. If gold and silver, let's say gold went up to 3,000 an ounce. Let's say silver went up to $100 an ounce. All of a sudden, you're going to have a lot of people selling. But I'm going to go to a coin dealer. I'm still testing it. And if I meet some guy on the side of the street, I'm still testing it, because there's no way that you're going to be able to make sure 100% unless you melt it down. So all I'm saying is that's one of those things. Tester runs you about 1,000. Exactly. Exactly. That's why a lot of people don't have a tester. That's the whole point. It's crazy. And you can only imagine what's going to happen when the price goes up, how much a tester would cost, especially when thousands of people need one. Diesel Mike is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here. He says, what's up, SSN family? That's right. It's tonight. We're talking about it. You know, investors scared to invest. Is that you? Come on, to invest in the stock market, real estate, crypto is crashing. You keep hearing all the FUD. Let's just talk about it. It's just natural. They know what they're doing. And how does it look when you have the Federal Reserve governors selling stocks? How does that look? These are the same guys that are bailing out stocks, bailing out companies, buying up their debt. And these are the same guys selling stocks. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, seriously. I mean, and then you got Powell out here talking about let's taper the inflation. It's no, don't worry, and we're going to taper QE and taper buying up debt. Yeah, okay, come on, man. You save your friends. Stop playing. All right, stop playing with this. Easier to buy from Mint if you want it badly. Wilson Coop, no, it's not easier to buy from Mint. If you're in Canada, it might be easier, but in America, sold out. Sold out, my man. So, because you can buy it at the right price. And so people are buying it, and the next thing you know, sold out. So there's no way. It's crazy. There's so many people buying it. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're talking about SSN Money Making Monday, and yes, you should hold a little bit of precious metals. I feel a little bit. I'm not talking about stacker mentality when you're spending thousands of dollars stacking this stuff that's in a black hole. All right. Because like I told people 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, whatever that $5,000 you stacked 3 years ago. Yes, the silver has went up from $10 to $21. So in theory, on paper, you doubled your money, but 3 years doubled your money? What are you serious? So that's 3 years. But you cannot sell it to anybody at $22.66. So I don't know where you're going to sell it, but you're not going to have double your money prices at that point because you only doubled your money. Even if you bought it at 10, actually, you couldn't have bought it at 10 because even then the premium would have been $2. But anyhow, we'll just say it's $10, but you're going to have to sell it, let's say, for $20. You still bought it at $12. You made $9 per ounce. If anybody starts doing the math, 3 years goes by and you made $9 on like I said, a $5,000 investment per ounce. After the stock market goes up hundreds of percent, after the crypto goes up thousands of percent, that would make that almost a bank investment where you're getting your 1% a year or something. That's crazy, right? So who would do that? You have to be committed. I don't feel that's the proper thing to do. That's why I say have a little bit, stack a little bit, because that just gives you a wealth. It's like your own bank, which you can use it for barter. I think it's going to be used for bartering more than anything. It's no way you can use it for money. And the other part to this silver and gold argument that I have is if I take a $1 silver coin to any store, they are not going to say that's $22. Okay. It's not going to happen. They're just going to go, well, that's $1. That's it. You can't bring in a bar. They're going to be like, what's that? So it's just like crypto. That's what people are going to do. They're going to act like, what are you talking about? We're not going to take this stuff. And you're not going to tell me when I see $1 on something that it's worth 20 or 50. No, it's worth $1. That's a US coin. It's not going to be worth no 20, 30, 40, $50, whatever the ounce price is. So just think about that. All right. And the same thing with gold, any precious metal, any precious stone. There is no place that you can roll in beside a jewelry store or a coin store and say, hey, I have this diamond here. It's worth $10,000. So I'm in here to buy some groceries, or I'm in here to buy anything. You can't buy anything with these precious metals or stones unless you're in a place that accepts that as currency. All right. So let's get real with this. We need extra streams of income, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to bury money and let it lose value. Pawn shop will do testing, but you need to have a relationship with the reputable owners. Hey, Wilson Koo, you got that right. Because again, you're at the mercy of everything. If you don't have a way to verify, you say you have gold and silver. You go to a pawn shop, for instance. The pawn shop guy could say, well, this isn't 100%. And so, I think it's only worth this. You're at their mercy. SD bullion was running low. Everybody's running low because you can't get it. That's the whole thing. It's no liquidity in gold and silver. I just had this conversation with the guy yesterday. All right. It is not useful in daily transactions. Exactly. Just like Bitcoin. Same thing. It is not useful in daily transactions. Diesel Mike, welcome back. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at 1 hour, 33 minutes in, and we're talking about SSN Nation, money making Mondays. And I went on my rant about gold and silver and precious metals, about how I think putting too much in the stacking process versus the preppers. You should be stocking it up on water, toilet tissue, apparently, and other food items. Store some of that, canned goods and things like that. Because if you haven't been paying attention at the grocery store and to the shelves, they're empty. It looks like a third world country to me. I don't really care what coast I'm on, what state I'm in. I roll into the grocery store, it looks like a third world country. And a lot of people may not have been outside the country and been to third world countries, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like. To me, whenever I go outside the country and I'm in a third world country or developing nation or whatever, when you buy something like, let's say a box of goods that you normally buy in America. In America, that box would be, let's say, 12 ounces. But outside of the country, that brand will be like 8 ounces. It's not the same size. So in case anybody hasn't been paying attention, if you go to the orange juice aisle You'll start noticing orange juice, they shrunk the boxes down. You'll start noticing if you go to the cookies and the chips, they start shrinking the bags down, putting less in and charging you the same or more. That's what they have to do when your economy starts failing. That's just the way it is. So you got to understand, you have to have this passive income, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why if you missed the Freedom Papers, passive income, part 3 was today. I dropped it earlier, but we've talked about a few things tonight because there's just no way around it. And we always go to the fallback that's available to us right now. The fallback available to you is you can start your online journey, your life. You can live it online. You can share parts of it. That's part of being monetized. You can monetize yourself, whether it's with Instagram, whether it's with YouTube, just roll camera. Everybody has a cell phone. People like watching other people do things. I don't roll tape when I'm doing stuff all the time. I just roll tape when we're talking about stop struggling now. Okay? Business, how to make money, how to save money, how to invest, how to think about financials. Because OCs, they're running at a deficit. And you're about to run at the worst deficit of your life if you don't get your assets going. All right. Let's see. Get assets today, stocks, crypto, Airbnb, condos. That's the way I look at it. That's exactly the list right there, Mr. Financial. Winter's coming. December through February going to be different. Supply chain strain. Containers backed up at the ports. Oh yeah, that's a given. That's a given. Just like third world country stuff. All right. Supply chains, hell, manufacturers, everything is all messed up. Nobody wants to go work for people and make $10 an hour when it costs you $2,000 a month to live somewhere. $1,500 a month to live somewhere. You're going to have to, I mean, this is insane. Nobody wants to go work for these guys. Then when they do show up to work, they're doing a half-assed job. So now the quality of the products and services and the work being done is half-assed. So now you have an economy that's failing. You have a society that's failing too. And then you don't care about health. You don't care about education, none of that. And you don't care about helping out the little guys. Instead, you want to give $3 trillion to the rich people. And then you want to give stimulus money to everyone that qualifies for stimulus money. What is $1,200 going to do? Somebody please let me know. I mean, other than somebody could say, well, I'm going to put my money into something and gamble. I'll put it in crypto. Hopefully this crypto that I got goes up 1,000%. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to put my money in this, whatever, in stock markets, whatever. Or I'm going to go, it's a bunch of little options you have, but it's not many. $1,400 really? Again, back to the rant earlier. They're giving out the millionaires. They're sitting there going, oh, hey, you want PPP money? No worries. We'll give you 30 million, 40 million, 10 million. I think you can do a lot more with millions, especially when you don't have to pay it back. Come on. So this situation that Curtis Davis is talking about, Mr. Financial, containers backed up at the ports. This is just insanity. Apparently in Northern Australia, the water is a precious commodity and they're pumping it out and sell like oil. Exactly. Water shortage for drinking is real. Exactly. About 20 years ago, 30 years ago, all of a sudden the billionaires were buying the water aquifers in the United States. Yes, exactly. So when they started doing that you have a conclusion to make. Damn, I never thought that water was actually a commodity because it just comes out so freely. Now that's why you have these things everywhere. And now there is somebody that can pull the plug and stop you from having water. What nations have water? Well, not all countries have water, ladies and gentlemen. So those countries that have water, they are going to come up. They're the ones that's going to be an economic force, just like an oil country would be right now. So keep that in mind. And that's exactly what's starting already. Again, you have to understand, you're going to have to put yourself in and start thinking, ladies and gentlemen, this is a global situation that's going to occur. What's going to happen when there's no water coming out of taps? Hey, everybody living in Vegas, have you been out to Lake Mead lately? What's going to happen when the water doesn't come out of the taps? What's going to happen when there's hardly any groceries at the grocery store? So if you don't have some land to grow your own, you don't have any place to acquire some water, there's going to be problems. And you know what that problem means. There's going to be a situation where you're going to have anarchy because there's not going to be any civilized people because everybody wants to live. All right. And they're not going to sit there and watch. You don't think a mob of people will not go house to house looking for food and water? Come on. Let's get real. So you're going to have to start thinking about where's your secret hideout. I'm not saying it's going to happen in a year or 2 or 5 or 10 or ever even really happen at all. But why not be prepared? Financially, physically, health, everything. Trucking biz, bananas right now. Not enough truckers. Exactly. And they're paying truckers nice dollars to go do what they need to do. Some people I'm hearing is getting like $2,000 a day. It's getting crazy. Vanessa, my friend trying to sell an old truck 18-wheeler, but parts are delayed. Exactly. There you go, Curtis Davis, third world country. A lot of you guys may have not heard me since you're new here. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. Some people may not have ever heard me say this, but hear me again. We actually live in a third world country, but you just don't know it yet. That's the point. Because we're the country that's always been above everybody else. The only reason above is because we're new. You don't have structures 500 years old, 700 years old, 800 years old. And you have a city that has to be built on top of 800-year-old, 500-year-old structures. Literally, America's new. So that's why you can do crazy stuff. Make it all new. Make the infrastructure perfect or near perfect as you can do it. So therefore, but what happens when you have a crumbling infrastructure and no money to rebuild? Well, we don't. We're $29 trillion in deficit. We don't have money. We're going to print up some. We're going to have taxpayers still tax and pay. So therefore, you got to hide your money, shield your money by having a business. How do you do a business? Look at part 2 on the Freedom Papers. That starts there. Then search the channel on how to start an LLC. Pretty simple. Get your Opus virtual office if you don't want to use your personal home as your office. Curtis Davis, how old is your friend's truck? There's a serious problem with water levels across the U.S. West. Exactly, Wilson Koo. It's going to all come to a head one day. The Colorado River has been drained. They don't care. They keep building in Vegas. They keep building in Southern California. They keep building in Arizona like they know something nobody else does. No, they don't know anything. All they're doing is they don't care. So sooner or later, there's going to be a water shortage. And unfortunately, that sooner could be next year. That's how dire this is. Vanessa, I think it's 6-year-old. She's in Texas. Oh, 6 years old isn't that old for a truck. Any older than 2016 is a problem if it breaks down. 2016 is 6 years old. Nope, that's 2015. Yep, it's always a problem. Yeah, 2016 and mileage and maintenance records. It's always got to check those out. This infrastructure problem should have been solved. Exactly, Mr. Financial, and unfortunately it wasn't. And as everybody knows, inflation, something that could have cost you a few billion in 1995 is now going to cost you a few trillion because of inflation. It costs more. That's the problem. So keep putting it off for tomorrow isn't helping. And instead of giving the rich $3 trillion of tax cuts, you should have just did like $1 trillion of infrastructure and forget about giving them any money, period. But no. Again, and the same thing occurred in 2005 or 6, tax cut. Same thing in 1983, tax cut. Every freaking 10 years, they give tax cuts to the rich. like they need the money. Meanwhile, the wealth inequality is getting wider and wider. All right, I won't get into any more rants about this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we do SSN Nation. Eric, people in the West are draining mead. The builders are guilty of it too. Exactly. Exactly, Curtis Davis. They've been draining it. If you haven't, again, if you live in Vegas, if you live in the Southwest, I highly suggest you go look at Lake Mead in Vegas right now, because you might want to start thinking about an alternative location while the alternative location choices are good. Because soon as they start doing turn off the taps, property values are going to start going down. Just like in Miami, where they ignored climate change. The seas are rising. All those people had nice homes. Their front lawn is underwater a couple of inches. They now cannot sell their house because who in their right mind is going to buy a house that is actually going underwater? You'd have to be ludicrous. You'd have to be silly to do that. So the same thing's going to happen in Southern California, in Arizona, in Vegas. Good day to your SSN family. Obsidian, the code keepers in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Thank you so much for being here once again. I'm very happy to see you. Thank you. Appreciate your support once again. If she gets the parts and wants to sell, let me know. Yeah, the parts. Wilson Koo, they're saying at the levels drop, some states won't be able to water crops or people. Wilson Koo, exactly right. Exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. They already have a problem. They already have people, the farmers, on a, oh my God, I can't remember the name of it. But anyhow, a rotation on when they can water crops, how much they can use. It's already happening. And they're still acting like no big deal. I'm like, is there some extra water source that we don't know about somewhere? Because this no big deal is going to be a big deal quick. And in Vegas, they're building more homes. Southern California, in Arizona, all these states, Utah, everywhere, they're building more homes every day. Makes no sense. No sense. Fix the country first, then give Rich a break. Exactly. In fact, fix the country first and never give the rich a break. What the frick? I'm like, why do the rich need a break? If the rich need a break, then how come the poor and the middle class don't get a break? They're the ones that need it more. A guy that has $500,000 in his bank account versus a guy who has less than $300 in their bank account. Because, by the way, if you're new here, 70% of the population doesn't have $1,000 in their bank account. 70%, actually, it's 74% if you want to be accurate. So so why are we giving tax cuts and tax breaks and free money to the rich? I don't get it. I don't get it. Because America is built on the backs of everybody that does their home-based business, everybody that does a side hustle, everybody that does their own business, that actually contributes to the economy more greatly than a person that's hoarding money, which is what billionaires, millionaires, and people that are wealthy, they just hoard the money. They're not using it to do anything other than buy more assets and then charge me more. That's all they're doing. They're turning their money over, which there's nothing wrong with that. But how is it we're giving them breaks? That's what I never understood. How is it not that trillions of dollars? Why wouldn't you give like 100,000 businesses a free loan of $50,000? I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Because those 100,000 or 1 million, 3 million, 5 million businesses is what make the engine go in America. The big guys, they're just sitting there running off to space, blowing money out the windows. Come on, man. Fix the country first. Exactly. I've got some canoes and kayaks for sale with those properties. Yeah, in Miami. I love it here. Trying to multiply my wealth, Obsidian, the code keeper. Hopefully you watched the Freedom Papers Part 3, Passive Income. I went over that today. And as you know, we always get your assets as 2021. And we always have to talk about pre-construction real estate because that's the easiest thing you can do right now. along with Strong Block. Strong Block, because of Auntie Val, is number one on the list as far as I'm concerned. Make a $6,000 investment and get $1,500, $1,800 per month back from that investment. Man, another member of the SSN Nation, they told me that they bought 2 nodes. Over $3,000 per month passive income, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty serious. Yes, and we can multiply our wealth. We just have to put forth an effort. That's right, Assyrian. Lion, I appreciate that. The rich needs to break from their bank accounts and give to those who got too much taxes. Exactly. Because this is what literally happens. Those tax cut, tax breaks, PPP loan forgiveness. Who do you think's paying for that? It's the ordinary citizen, the OCs, the ones that are in the lower 50%. You're paying more taxes to cover their ass. Socialism for them, capitalism for us. All right. That's why you need your own business. That's why you need tax write-offs. And that's why you need to have your side hustles run as a business. So then you can have tax deductions and tax breaks, because there's a lot of things that you may not realize that are tax deductions. So we're talking about business over lunch. Keep track, keep records, tax deduction, right? You have a company and you want to have a company meeting, I don't know, in the Dominican Republic. Call to order in the DR. One day, tax write-off. And by the way, we brought some food in because we're sitting here talking for an hour or two. So now that's a write-off. Oh, yeah, we're staying over here in the condo or villa. First day, that's a write-off. Not the whole week. First day, write-off. Meeting, write-off. Annual board meeting, wherever in the world, write-off. Even if you're on the Zoom call. There's so many things you can do, because why? The tax guy, the rich write the tax code. But if you work for somebody else and you go on vacation, that's not a tax write-off. Unless you have an LLC or a business. That's the only way it's going to be a tax write-off. By the way, Marrero, get an LLC real fast if you don't already have one. I just remembered, you're going over to the DR. That's a tax write-off. You're going over there to check out your property. So you're going to have flight write-off on both sides, your overnight, first night, last night. And if you're having LLC, you can even get away with having your meeting, an biannual meeting there. I mean, that's just for starters. Oh, and by the way, since you'll be talking with people, again, there's little things you can do when you're writing off taxes, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, so I'm over there. The real estate agent says, hey, it's like lunchtime. And then I'm like, yeah, we got to go talk about some of these properties we saw, and maybe I'll pick one or whatever. We got to go eat. So now when we go eat, you best believe I'm writing down what we talked about. This is a tax write-off because we're talking about an investment. And who's at the table, who's talking? Yeah, that's all written down. There's no dispute. This is a tax write-off. We're handling business. Keep all that in mind. You go to the complex. I'm at Vistacana. I'm at the snack bar. Sure, I'm ordering a drink. I'm ordering a snack. But lo and behold, the owners of the complex is there. This is now a business meeting. This stuff is a write-off. You guys getting the picture? All right, this is how you do it. All right, hopefully you guys understand this. Andy Ortiz is in the house. He has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. It's so nice to see you once again. And he has his yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much. And it's 1 hour, 54 minutes in. And please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Please help the YouTube algorithm know that we're in the house. And also, if you like what we're talking about here, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. It's not that I want you to click the all notification bell, but I'm just hoping you click the all notification bell because we have dire situation going on here. They only send out about 1,000 notifications out of 12,000 subscribers, that's it. The other 11,000 subscribers don't even know we did a live stream, don't even know I uploaded a video earlier today. That's how bad this is. Suppression, oppression, but it does not matter. We still rolling. We here at SSN don't hate the player. We learn the game. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. I like that. That's it. We don't hate the player. We learn the game. That's like what you have to do. A lot of people are in denial. They sit there and they go, oh, man, it's just wrong what they do. It's just bad what they do. I'm like, man, you better join them. You better do what they're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to get left behind. Like the 74% of the people who don't have $1,000 in their bank account. I don't know any place that in America that costs $300-400 a month to live. Seriously. I don't know of any place. $500 a month to live. I don't know, unless you're living in somebody else's house and renting their room or something. But I'm serious. You better get down with the program. You have to do what the rich are doing. They write the laws to help them the most. They don't write the laws for us, because why write the laws for everybody who's making ordinary money? Because you usually have a job. They'll just take your money. More taxes. Auntie Val, yes, ma'am. Exactly. And thanks to many people, including Auntie Val, Vanessa Comagate, Mr. Financial, Victor Marrero, Diesel Mike, or Andy Ortiz, everybody who I haven't mentioned, Wilson Koo, and others, they have dropped gems over the last year or two, and they help out. It's a rising tide, lift all boats, SSN Nation. That's what we do here. SSN University, SSN Academy. That's what we do. Trickle-down economics has never worked. Exactly. The rich complain when it's more expensive to fuel use their yachts. It is pathetic, man. It's totally pathetic. The Roman Empire, that's how they failed. Well, American Empire has failed too. We're just lucky we have the world currency. Otherwise, we'd be just like Venezuela right about now. Vanessa, yes, learn the game. Exactly. Listen, boss, we need a t-shirt with my last slogan. she has me with the slogans. Man, hold on. Let me go see this. Hold on. Let me get this one. I have to write this down. You know, the longer it is, the harder it is to put on the t-shirt. Right? Oh, where is it? Did I lose it? SSN, hate the player, we learn the game. Yeah, that one. I'm writing this down. I like that. I love it, in fact. Learn the game. All right. And speaking of learn the game, in case you're new here or just showed up, we talked about pre-construction. Yes, you can do pre-construction in Miami. You can do pre-construction in Philippines. You can do pre-construction in Belize. You can do pre-construction in Mexico. You can do pre-construction in Dominican Republic. You can do pre-construction in a lot of places. There's only a few places that's going to require you to put down 10 to 15% now. All right. And no credit check, no qualifying is standard around the world. But the 10 or 15% is becoming not standard any longer. What they're starting to do is, for these new projects, they're starting 15% is now standard, and now 20, 25%. So somewhere between 15% and 25% is now the standard on the down payment. They are recognizing that global economy can slow down, so they want people to put up as much as possible. So this is starting to happen now. And the standard of 20% or 30% during construction, that no longer is a thing either. Now it's more like 30 to 50% during construction. 30% of the value of the property you're going to have to pay during construction. That is the deal right there. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And I like that. Hate the player, SSN. We here at SSN don't hate the player. We learn the game. That's what we have to do. That's how we do it. Hey, Eric, how is the SSN family? Andreen Miller, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. with the icon next to her name. Hey, Eric, how is the SSN family? The one that is dubbed the SSN University, the SSN Academy, is because of Andrew Miller. It's very nice to see you this evening. Eric, there's a per diem portal. Drop zip code, and your accountant can recalculate your meal in hotel right off. There we go. I didn't know about the per diem portal. That's very sweet. That works. That works even easier. I like it. So that's the point, ladies and gentlemen. You start your business. You bring in that passive income. You bring in that income, rental income. You bring it all in. You bring in some of that online income. A little at a time adds up. As a business, you can depreciate your furniture and your rental units. Exactly. In fact, you can depreciate what he just said, your furniture and your rental units. Exactly. Exactly. So there you have it. You have vacation rental property, ladies and gentlemen. You have any rental property that you own. Depreciation is a thing. That's how it works. Another one of those rich guy things. That's how you do it too. There's several ways. Curtis Davis at Diesel Mike. Yes, worry about refilling my yacht. Exactly. Or my jet. That's so funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours in. I'm probably going to have to start thinking about ending this tonight. It's been a pleasure. And I thank IBE for the donations. Thank you so much. I appreciate Wilson Koo with the super sticker donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody here with the icon next to their name. I appreciate everyone who came in and supported and was in the chat room and who's here. And please smash the like buttons. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. We always have more to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're an investor, are you scared? We never got to that question. Nobody ever really answered, because there's no reason to be scared. Even you did your due diligence. You're prepared. You said, you know what? I have my Apple. I have my Microsoft. I have my Amazon. I believe in Tesla. I believe in Ford. I believe in getting me some DRD. I believe in PSEC. I believe in this dividend money. Even if the stock goes down, as long as they're paying dividends, we're still good. I don't think we'll get to that point, but you never know. Or did you do what some of us have done, like myself, reposition, cashed out some of the stocks, taken the profits, and then reinvested in things like Strong Block, reinvested in real estate, reinvested in some online activities? So you have revenue coming in regardless of the markets, regardless of the economy, regardless of any real estate crash, crypto crash, regardless of any of that. Down below in the description, there's always something. You know, get your free $10 from Coinbase. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull if you haven't yet. All that's true. Get that. You can get your join Celsius or Nexo if you want to earn interest daily on your money, or Strong Block. All right. Because you never know. It will offset your income gains if you use it right. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Exactly. It's not that hard. It's just depreciation. That's all it is. There's a calculation for it. So a lot of people don't realize the opportunities they have before them, and they sit back here and sleep. You can't sleep, ladies and gentlemen. It's imperative right now. The next 6 months, it's going to be a defining situation. We could find ourselves here in America on a recession like 2008, like the dot-com bust bubble, like it's 1987 Black Friday or Black Monday, or it could be 1930 all over again, because 2010 to 2020 was like the roaring 20s. Everything's in place. They've done exactly the same thing as a government that they did in the 20s. Bailing people out, giving people money, printing money like it's no problem. Same thing. Inflation skyrocket, food supply shortages. Everything is exactly the same. There's only one difference. That is, there was no internet. It wasn't a worldwide economy, because back then we did the same thing. Again, the president did isolationism, did tariffs against the rest of the world, didn't want to deal with them. So now you didn't have an ecosystem with the rest of the world. So now your GDP drops, your trade deficit widened. All things that were done in the 20s has been done in the last 11 years. Actually, the last 20 years. It's just that we have a Federal Reserve that's allowed to print money. That's the only reason it hasn't collapsed already. So keep this in mind. There's actually propping up, there's manipulation. So therefore, what can you do for yourself at this point? Food costs more. Electricity costs more. Bullets cost more. All right. So you're going to have to start buying some things so you're not going to be subject to price increases of 20, 30, 40, 50%. Because I don't know about you, but if you're expecting prices to stay at these levels, then you're dreaming. Wake up. Prices are not going to stay at these levels, which are already unbearable. They're going to go higher. This is already set in stone. There's just no way you can do about it because the Federal Reserve knows that they can't keep printing money to give to companies to keep saving them without giving money to somebody that's going to be buying this stuff. All right. And unfortunately, the Fed's job is not to give the people money. It's to give businesses money, to bail them out, to make sure they don't fold and fall down and go bye-bye like a capitalist society. All right. So therefore, you have to worry about yourself, which means you have to think about investing. You can't be one of these people that goes, oh, I don't know anything about investing. I don't want to learn. You're going to have to learn to be financially literate. You're going to have to learn to make your money work for you because you may not have a job. You may not have a job. You may not have benefits. You may not have vacation time. You may not have sick time. You may not have anything. Your pension could be gone. In fact, if you're a teacher, fireman, have a pension with the state, you have problems. All right? There's problems. In fact, I'm going to upload a video about that. It's another Frontline production because I think people should be aware of this. If your pension is gone, Yankee Stacking, who's been on the channel before as a guest, he actually apparently got $320,000 payout from his pension. Pensions, as we discussed before, are Ponzi schemes. You need new employees in order to fund all these older employees. And the older employees, they get a pension plus an increases due to cost of living. But they don't even pay the new employee the cost of living that the pensioner gets. So therefore, they have to hire more people, which they're not, in order to pay the pension funds. Well, there we have a problem because they're not able to hire more people. That means they're going to run into a deficit. So either you're going to have early payouts or you're going to have to roll with the punches and hope it's there in 5 years or 10 years or 20. It's not going to be there. It's a Ponzi scheme. You're not going to have enough people, just like our Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. All right? You guys, we've talked about it before, but in case you're new here, please hit the like button because if you're new and you're saying, okay, where's this money making going on? We'll stay a little longer. I started talking about the pre-construction, the no credit check, the no qualifying, but you do need money coming in to pay. So the idea is, imagine if you can buy I'll say a studio in downtown Miami for $300,000. It's Airbnb qualified already. It has fitness center. It has bars. It has a office space, co-working spaces inside. It's by the monorail, as I call it, people mover. I don't know what to call the thing. I never remember the Miami thing, monorail. But anyhow, the train, Starbright, Starlight, whatever train is right, comes up to it. It's 3-4 blocks from American Airlines Arena and Bayfront Park. No credit check, but you do need 20% down. $60,000 for a studio, $80,000 for a one-bedroom condo. Mind you, most people won't have that kind of money, But if you do, then you have a way to always have money coming in because there's so many events near downtown. There's businesses and there's other reasons to be in downtown Miami area. So therefore, you will have renters coming in, and you can rent for $500 a night. That's right. Even a studio, in certain instances, you can rent from anywhere from 400, 450, 500 a night. If it's a one bedroom, all the better. You're definitely getting 500 a night. I used to have access to, I can't remember the name of it, in downtown Miami, and it was always 500 a night. And this is a couple years back. So due to inflation, people are going to be paying more than 500 a night. So you can get that. So buying something for 300 or 400,000 and getting 500 per night, that's not going to be a problem, especially if it's a 1 or 2 bedroom. Probably get more, especially if there's events. Events, you definitely can do it. But what I'm pointing out is pre-construction, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry other than you're going to need some money. And you lock in today's prices. If you feel today's price is a good price, and they're going to finish it in 1-2 years later. So you have the 1 or 2 years to pay, but you still have 2021 price. Due to inflation, due to the cost of goods and services rising, there is no way that the price you lock in today, the price is going to be less when they finish building out the rest of the units. That is the key to the pre-construction. Right now, there's going to be inflation. It's going to be more interest is going to be increased. So now somebody's going to have to pay more in interest if they decide in 2 or 3 years to buy, probably. So therefore, it's the perfect storm for an ordinary citizen in OC. If you can get in the real estate game and get into the real estate game where it is an asset, meaning you're going to rent it out and you have money coming in while you sleep, then there's no reason the real estate, even if it crashes, you're still going to be good because you have bought in a vacation rental area. And people who have money, they're still going to be going on vacation while the rest of the world is having an economic meltdown, just like in 2008 and 2009. Just like in 1932. The rich were still traveling about, doing whatever they want to do, but the lower 60% of the population is down here in the muck dealing with their everyday life and what they have to do. So which side of the fence you're going to be on? You can prepare right now, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we talk about here. All right. All righty. The Millionaire Plan, a 2 to 5 year, it's possible. That's right. That's what you have to do. Evergrande in China is close to going belly up. Wilson Coup, they're going to get bailed out. All right. Curtis, not bailed out. Well, okay, it is bailed out. What I mean by that, in case anybody's been watching Evergrande, you know what's going to happen. They're going to have their buddies come in and buy the debt, aka buy the. Okay, let's play this out. Yes, history repeats itself every 10 years. Let's play out the Evergrande. China is acting just like America. They know they don't have to lose. So what do you think is going to happen? Here's what I think is going to happen. And everybody watching this video, after it happens, they can figure out if I was right or wrong. So let me ask you something. Let's just say we're at our meeting right now. We're Evergrande, and we're meeting with the Bank of China, the Communist Party, and we're all friends, right? So what do? Okay, so I'm Evergrande, and I say, hey, Johnny, we'll call it John Doe. John Doe, we're friends. Why don't you buy my debt so we don't go belly up? That means they're giving money into Evergrande, right? So they're going to buy the debt. So then we go over to little John Doe, who runs the Bank of China, aka the Federal Reserve. And we say, hey, pal, I'm John Doe. Hey, pal, if I buy his debt, Are you then going to print money? Well, they won't say that, but are you going to give me a loan, a forgivable loan? Right. Exactly. Powell's going to do that for his buddy because we're printing the money out of thin air and we don't really care because we're going to charge the taxpayers anyhow. That is what's going to happen. You think they're going to let their buddies fall? Come on now. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper, saying facts. Exactly. That's why you should have a LLC or corp, because the government helps businesses. Exactly. That's right. Everybody knows it's the corporation of the United States of America. You are the commodity when you have your SSN, but then you become a subsidiary when you have your LLC or C corp. And you want to be a subsidiary of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Tiffany Young is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. Hey, everyone, super late. I know I'll have to replay this one. Fire. Thank you so much, Tiffany Young. And by the way, Tiffany Young, we have another member of the SSN Nation who has joined you at the wave. And by the way, they got the last wave in the phase. I guess there's phases, but they got the last one bedroom on the second floor that was for sale. And I have news. The price is going up. $79,999 is what she had to pay for her one bedroom. This just happened in the last couple of days. So we have another member. We're up to 26, 27 members of the SSN Nation who are in the Punta Cana area, which I should say, this means somebody, I guess I'm going to have to get some place over there to rent. Tiffany Young. Hey, lady. All right. We have the love going. Tiffany Young at Vanessa Comagay. Hey, hope all is well. Forgot about the back door to bailouts. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Come on now. You know the big boys. They make it look one way, but in reality, they're going to do something else. And especially when you can print money, that's all that's going to happen. They're going to, so they're going to say, oh, Evergrande failed. We had to bail them out, or somebody bought their debt. Either way, it's all not going to be really fail. It's not going to be capitalism. It's not going to be like they file bankruptcy, have to sell all their assets, and then people are left in the lurch. The only people that's going to be left in the lurch, all right, are the ordinary citizens who invested in Evergrande. And unfortunately, depending on how China plays this, they could do a big FU to saving United States companies like hedge funds and pension funds that are invested in Evergrande. They could be like, F you. We're just going to have our guys bail out the Chinese guys, and then we're going to pay back the Chinese guys. We're going to let you guys swallow dirt. I mean, think about it. It could happen because there are American companies that are locked into this Evergrande. So that could be bad. The rich wash each other's hands. They fix own deals. Exactly. They're just going to do backdoor deals. It's no problem. Wow. That's exciting, Eric. Yes, it is exciting, Tiffany Young. Besides that, the new phase where they have the jacuzzis on the decks, where the jacuzzi's included, that they're selling for 99 grand, the one bedrooms. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're missing out. Well, we're not missing out. The people who are not in the Dominican Republic buying their property, or in the Philippines or in Belize or in Mexico, you're missing out with these pre-constructions. Because again, these numbers are crazy. I was able to get a 2-bedroom for $80,000. That's a penthouse. All right. Just to give you guys an idea, that's insane right now. You cannot get a 2-bedroom penthouse for 80 grand in the DR right now that has amenities, and it's not in Vista Cana, but it's in another place that's not as nice as Vista Cana, but they still have pools, basketball, game room, fitness center, barbecue areas. They still have that. So that's better than having nothing and just an ordinary condo. And by the way, I have a picture. I should have showed you guys what it looks like. but I don't. Did you see Foxconn bought the Ride Factory? Oh my God, Foxconn. These guys always go around buying stuff. No, I did not see that, but that's very interesting. They go around always trying to get deals, like they have land in Wisconsin. They never did. Land over in Kentucky, land over in North Carolina, saying they're going to bring in 20,000 jobs and never do it. They know the program. Facts, boss. They don't care. Will tell us to step on Legos bare feet. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's how they do us. And I don't understand. If the OCs, I hope you see this. I'm laying it out for you. Even though you have a nice job, even though you make a lot of money, that still doesn't get you out of the damage. If the economy goes down, we still all go down. Unless you're in the top 10% of economics, you're still going to have a problem sliding down a little bit. Maybe not as much as somebody who's in the bottom 50%, but you're still going to have a little slide down economically. So it's going to be, a little ride, but it's going to be uncomfortable to 50% of the country. It's going to be very, very uncomfortable, who do not already have things in place where they're going to be able to have extra revenues coming in. That's all I can say about it. All right. So that's what you have to do here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to worry about what the title is, investors scared to invest. We're not afraid to invest, right? You're not going to be afraid. Stock market, real estate, crypto crashing, you're not afraid, right? Because you're going to have things in place that's going to bring you the money, whether it's crypto with strong block. Even if you go to the check out this Planet Watch and like what they're doing, you have money coming in. Even if you have a little bit of 10% a year coming in from Nexo and Celsius or other mining products that's bringing in 15, 20, 30, 90% of revenue. That helps you. Stock market, if you have dividends coming in, you pick those dividend stocks and they're still issuing it. When the stock goes down, you're still winning because you can reinvest your dividends. So you're reinvesting at a lower price. That's a good thing. And then, of course, real estate. You have the opportunity to get into a vacation rental scenario. And when you buy the condos that are already approved for Airbnb and Verbo and all the rest of the short-term rentals, it's in their licensing and paperwork in the building when they're putting it out, the HOA, all of that, you can't lose. So make sure you go down below, get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull to get the party started in case you came late. Get your free $10 from Coinbase of Bitcoin. That's right, free Bitcoin still available. Get your Celsius network and Nexo. Get those. All right? It's that simple. That simple, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Okay. Now, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Somebody just sent me a message asking me something weird. And if you're watching this live stream, do you know someone who has a VRBO or Airbnb type rental that sleeps free available at a good rate November 6th to the 13th in Las Vegas? Yes, I do. I have rentals in Las Vegas November 6th to the 13th. Now, I don't know what you might call a good rental rate because the SEMA show is the 2nd through the 6th. The 6th is like on a weekend. That's a full week in November. If the Raiders play, that's a problem. If there's some sort of other events going on, I don't know what cheap means because all the prices I have are $200 because these are condos. These are either 1 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms, full kitchen, living room, sofa sleepers, king size beds, patio balcony, pool, jacuzzi, barbecue, fitness room, have these amenities, right? So I don't know what you mean by cheap. Cheap for 3 people would be probably a hotel room. But even then, you're going to pay $200 a night and you won't have a kitchen. You won't have a living room. So I don't know. But I'll respond after this live stream. All right. Hello, SSN family. Melanie Bonita has joined us. Miss 24 Streams of Income is in the house. And oh, by the way, don't forget, I didn't miss that oh man, I can't remember the name of the platform now. But anyhow, I didn't miss that show you were on. Having fun, Melanie Bonita. 24 Streams of Income. Hello, SSN family. And she has the icon next to her name. So thank you so much for being here once again. I appreciate it. So TikTok, that's what I'm trying to think of. TikTok, I saw you. I saw you on that TV show, The Playbook. The wealthy wait for assets to fall 20 to 40% and then come in, scoop up asset. Tell OC people in the public we're not interested. Exactly. It's so sad how simple it is. I smashed the like button. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Miss 24 Streams of Income has asked you as well to smash the like button. And by the way, you can always see her name on the screen and go to Amazon and purchase a book. That's right. Financial books for men, for women, sociology, psychology. She does it all. You have to do a lot of things if you have 24 streams of income. Speaker, everything. Finally got my first node today. Thank you at Auntie Val and Eric. Tiffany Young, welcome to the party. Yes, let's see what you show on Wednesday. I'm happy to hear this because the price has been going up and you have locked it in. So now all we need is that 4 months to get our return on investment. So as long as we can get that return on investment and then you can make a choice and live with it, that's what we want to do. That's the choice you want to make. Congratulations, Tiffany. That's right. Congratulations, Tiffany Young. Making moves, ladies and gentlemen. The woman's making moves. She got her pre-construction condo in the DR at the Wave, which is across the street from that sports complex. If you guys saw that picture of the sports complex, you see where that's at. That has cachet. The Wave project I initially did not like, but due to Mr. Estacio, a high regarded realtor in the area, he let slip some things when he was on the live stream. He says there's going to be another beach area over by the garden area. So now the Wave, in theory, if it's over by the gardens, that means if you're at the Wave, you can walk across the street to the sports complex, and a potential new beach lake area is going to also be near there. And that also means they can walk up to the other beach lake area all within 5 minutes or less. That is pretty awesome. So now the Wave has a much higher value. Unfortunately, I wish they had 2 bedrooms at the Wave, but they only have 1 bedroom. But either way, it has a little bit more value now, but it's still across the street from the sports complex. So she's winning all the way around. Now she's actually has a node, and the node is actually going to pay for the other asset. She has 2 assets, giving her cash. 1 asset's going to pay for another asset, just like clockwork. As long as the strong block keeps kicking, that's going to pay for her asset in the DR. How beautiful is that, ladies and gentlemen? Tiffany Young, watch the playback. Auntie Val found another gem. That's right, Planet Watch. Exactly. We went over it a little bit, but we're going to have to do our due diligence. Tiffany Young, oh my God, congrats, Tiffany. That's right. Another person is in the house. Thanks to Auntie Val just simply mentioning it on the live stream, talking about I got $1,200 from a few $1,000 investment every month. Everybody's like, what? Hold on here. This is SSN Nation. We don't let that slip by. We're looking for opportunities. That's what an OC should always be doing. Looking for an opportunity. Do your due diligence. Vanessa Comagate, thank you. I certainly will. That's right. Automatic wealth happens when you use systems like strong block or dividend stocks or business with proven track record. Exactly. That's exactly what we have to talk about. Mr. Financial telling it like it is. Melody Bonita, okay, get it, sis. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Wow. Exactly. That's it, Melanie Bonita. We're out here hitting home runs. Thanks to the SSN Nation sharing valuable information. That's what's so beautiful about this. when you have a group of people come together and we actually go two-way and listen and respond, and we listen and we're humble and we're sitting there saying, you know what, this, we're going to have to go look at this. And sometimes you find these gems that are not mainstream. And the next thing you know, you get to benefit from it. For how long, we don't know. But as long as we can get that 4 months worth of risk out the way, that's all we're talking about as far as I'm concerned, one step at a time. That's all we need. So we'll see what happens by the end of December. Something like, yeah, I think it's end of this. No. It's going to be, mine's January something, I believe. But anyhow, it's somewhere, but end of December, first 2 weeks in January, should be back to zero or back to even. We'll see how it goes. So that's all we care about. So every day a delay. But like I said, we have SSN Nation members doing the damn thing out here. All right. This isn't, we're still, and again, wealth is a mindset. All right. So don't look at, this is the warning. Do not look at what somebody has. Don't look at like saying, okay, this guy has a, I don't know, $5 million house. They have these hundred thousands of dollar cars and they're traveling all over the place. That doesn't mean it's wealth. All right. Wealth is a little bit different. It's measured differently here in SSN Nation. Here's what wealth looks like or should look like. The Freedom Papers. We talked about it the other day when I said who goes one way on their, whenever they go somewhere. But that's not even what I'm talking about tonight. What I'm talking about with wealth is, here's the simple things. Can you wake up anytime you want to? Just that alone. Do you really have an alarm clock to wake you up, or do you just naturally just wake up? See, that's part of the equation. And so once you wake up anytime you want to, some people call that retirement, but you can wake up when you want. The next thing is your decision. What do you want to do today? Now, if your decision on what you want to do today is, I'll do whatever I want that I like to do, again, that's wealth. That doesn't necessarily equate with you having a $5 million house, a $200,000 car, and then traveling all over the world. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, millionaires live right next door to you. Because I'll say it again, most millionaires, the average price of their home is roughly $420,000, $425,000. That's anywhere USA. So no, people who are wealthy and have money, they don't buy all this crap. They literally buy what's needed. And then they wake up and do what they want. That's what wealth really is. And that gives you time to do what you really want to do. So once you put things in place, now you're able to do what you want to do. You just hope you'll be able to do that before you're 50, before you're 60, before you're 70, before you're 80. That's what you really want. But you have to stay on top of it. That's why we have this investors talk tonight. Because even if you had everything in a row, you're living comfortably, you have this wealth, as I call it. If your money's in the wrong place and you're not diversified, and you could lose everything. You don't want to be in that position. You want to be able to go, okay, I lost this, I lost that, but I still have everything. So last year's a perfect example. Some people thought I was crazy when I said, you know what? After Airbnb shut me down, I just shut off all my Airbnbs. People were like, what? What's he's serious? Yes, I was serious. You know why? Because I didn't want to deal with people canceling due to COVID, because they were allowing people a day before, 3 days before, they're getting on a flight talking about they didn't pass a COVID test or whatever, so they would cancel. So to me, it was a big hassle with that situation. So I just said, I'm shutting it down. And I just cut it back on, 2 months ago, I think, 3 months ago. So literally almost a whole year, I didn't do Airbnbs. But again, that just shows you have to be diversified doing something else. That's all it means. But it works out a whole lot better when you wake up and go, hey, I'm going to do YouTube. I wake up and I'm going to go, I'm not going to do YouTube. I'm going to do something else. All right. So I got back to Cali. The weather's fine. It looks like it's a good day for a bike ride. That'll be tomorrow. That's what I'm going to wake up and do whenever I wake up. Just gives you an idea, right? And that also, health wise, if you don't have that much stress and you can wake up when you want and just get up and just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do today, you have less stress. And the less stress you have, the longer you're going to live, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all part of the equation. All right, let's go. I'm going to wrap this up 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, get it, sis. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. Melanie Manita still said, wow. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. This has been 2 hours, 35 minutes. And before you go, please smash the like button. And I humbly request that you hit the all notification bell if you subscribe and like what we're talking about so far. But we're going to have Wednesday night live stream at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, the people with the icon next to their name are the only ones that can be in the chat room. All right. So again, Friday night, everybody can be in the chat room just like on Monday nights. So it's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's right, boss. Preach. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate, because that's the life that you want, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you guys see how I get around and move a little bit. And like I just said, a friend of mine from high school hit me up. And most people that hit me up when they call me and I haven't talked to them for a minute, they all say it's pretty much the same thing. They're like, where are you at? Because that's been my life as long as they've known me. They're like, where are you at? You in the country, you in Florida, you in New York, you in Cali, you in Vegas, because I've been all over all the time. That's why their first question is, how you doing? But where are you at? That's the first question. And he did the same thing. He's like, where are you at? We're coming up to SAC in a few days or something, or we already came or something. And he's like, yeah, but where are you at right now? Because I think I need to do something. I'm like, all right, but this is where you want things to be, right? Where people are sitting there going, their question is, hi, how you doing? The next question is, hey, are you in the state that we're in right now? Or are you somewhere else? That's the question, right? It's kind of cool. That's what you want. It's not so much you have millions of dollars in the bank. It's not so much that you're driving any fancy car and who nobody cares. No, that's not the lifestyle. You guys can watch some of my videos from 2 years ago when I lived in the upscale neighborhood and I used to walk outside and I'd just stand out there doing videos and I'd be talking mess, talking about notice nobody's home. Because a lot of people don't understand, even when you live in upscale neighborhoods, you still have to make more money. So the people in the upscale neighborhoods, they're all making, 150, 200, 250. But because they decide to buy $1 million house, all of a sudden that 150, 200K household income ain't so great when you're paying $70,000, $80,000 a year just in mortgage. It starts adding up. And not only that, you're paying taxes at a higher clip. So now you had to give up 60 G's in taxes. So that 250K ain't really 250K when it's all said and done. And now both people in the house are working and they have nannies and all this stuff, but they're working like 100 miles away. They're working like 2 or 3 days where they don't come home. The whole neighborhood's empty. Go look at some of them videos from 3 years ago. You'll see me out there walking around at the park. Nobody's there, but I'm there by myself every day. So see, there's a difference in what you call wealth, ladies and gentlemen. You don't always have to be out here doing crazy stuff, showing off. All right. Curtis Davis. Thanks, Eric. Tony Pedroza, keep dropping those knowledge bombs, E. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad to see you. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. We're going to keep dropping them, man. Tony Pedroza, and with the help of people here on the SSN Nation, SSN University channel, they're dropping gems to help out as well. So I got to give everybody credit. It's true. They want to mimic leisure, your lifestyle. That's how I got a lot of my clients. Exactly, Vanessa. That's exactly right. Exactly. You guys, I tell you, things aren't often what they appear to be. So I'm just going to give you a little story about being on this wealthy track that everybody here goes around on Instagrams and on this social media, and they're always click and showing this, showing that. But here's the funny thing. So I live in not now. Now I still live in a nice neighborhood, but not as upscale as where I used to live. So in the upscale neighborhood, my neighbors, when I first moved there, again, I guess I'm going to be telling a little bit too much, but where I first moved there, you guys don't understand. I have more than like 2 cars. All right. I have several. And the cars that I have aren't cars of status or anything. My cars are based on they drive, they roll, they're not beat up. So I'm rolling with them. So when I move in, I come with cars that they might have been, let me see, 10 years old, 12 years old. So it doesn't meet the upscale neighborhood criteria, right? It's not the Tesla. It's not some 70, 80, $100,000 car. So I'm rolling in with a car that's probably worth $10,000. A few. I think I had 2 at the time. And I had my other car. So I had 3 under 10K. So I rolled in. One I took to the paint. So I left. So they're thinking, okay, that's a visitor. Then the other car, I say, okay, I let my friend use because his car poo-pooed out. He says, hey, my car crashed. Okay. I let him have my car. You can have it as long as you want. Who cares? Then one car's left. So then I have my other 2 cars sitting in my garage and at my house before I moved there. So all of a sudden, after about a week or 2 or 3, the neighbors are trying to figure out who is this guy because he moved in this upscale neighborhood and he doesn't have upscale car. He doesn't even seem to care. And the funny thing is, he doesn't seem to go anywhere. Does he even have a job? What the hell's going on here? So after about 2-3 weeks, neighbors come knock on the door. Hey, I want to introduce myself. I'm like, I don't like neighbors. So whatever. Nice to meet you. So then, of course, the niceties. Hey, how they walk inside my house. And you know what happens when people walk inside your house and you're new, they start looking around. And they start looking around and they're just like, okay, this is weird. The guy clearly isn't leaving the house as far as we can tell. And his house is fully furnished like it's like he's lived here for 20 years. Where do you get all this furniture at? How is this possible? All of a sudden, people start asking questions. And then the next thing you know, I bring my other cars over, which are newer. And now all of a sudden, more people start wondering, what is this guy doing? He's been here like 4 or 5 months. We noticed he's out having fun, big smile on his face, comes and goes as he pleases. So people are wondering in my neighborhood, and then now they're trying to come down and find out who I am. Now, mind you, in our neighborhood, we have guys that are like vice presidents of Google, ambassadors of the United States, live up the street. I mean, well, who's who of everybody. But all these guys are going, hey, how come this black guy down the street is just sitting here being with a big smile on his face, comes outside, walks around, does whatever he wants. He doesn't have a job. How come he's never leaving? Yeah, I never left. And then when I had a party at my house, they were like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? My party, as you guys know, we got to do upscale, but I do upscale. So at the party, chef is at the house. I even have the spas, the restaurants, and all these guys in their village, which is El Dorado Village. The chefs are there. The chefs are giving out people like $200 gift certificates to come eat at their place. And these are people coming to my party. I'm giving them gifts. And now the people are like, wait, who is this guy? And again, I just remind you, wealth has nothing to do with money. It has to do with your associations with people, how you treat people. It has to do with passive income coming in. It has nothing to do with all the showboating that's going on in this environment right now. It has to do with making sure you have what you like going on, and it doesn't matter about anybody else. Nobody else has a clue. Nobody else has anything to say. All right. So keep those things in mind as you build your wealth and increase your asset bases. You're not doing it for somebody else. You're doing what you do for you. All right. So I'm just letting that know, right? Let you guys know that's how it is. It's true. They want to mimic leisure. Exactly. Time, the biggest asset in control. That's what you want. You want time to be able to do whatever you want. I don't like neighbors. Sounds like me, Eric. Exactly. That's exactly right. You don't like neighbors. Exactly. I love neighbors because I'm going to sell you something. Vanessa Comagate. Nice. When is the next party, boss? Yeah, well, here's what's going to happen, Vanessa Comagate. The next party you guys are going to be able to come to is going to be the one in Punta Cana, unfortunately, in 2023. You guys already know who one of the artists is going to be there. You guys know who it is, Sean Rayford, the jazz artist. He's already committed. And so it's going to be January, February, March. So they're going to be April or May 2023. I've actually started narrowing it down because April 17th is Easter in 2023. So I don't want it to be Easter weekend. So I think it's going to be 2 weeks somewhere before Easter, like April 4th or thereabouts, because March is like spring breakish. So I think it's going to be like that April 4th weekend, that Thursday through Sunday. So Sean Rayford, Man with the Horn. By then, he might even have his second album out by 2023. He's going to be the first artist. All right. And since we only have a few people here, I'll give you this. I know at Eric Bird Boulevard. I'm going to try. Hey, I'm going to see the owners about that. Let me see if I can get a street after me, but I know their streets are going to, I don't even know what their streets are named. Oh, Avenue. Yeah, it's going to have to be Avenue Eric Bird, I believe, is how they do it. But yeah, Sean Rayford's going to be the first guest. And once again, there's going to be special things. There's a yacht party. Of course, there has to be a yacht party, right? There's going to be also the Booze Fun Cruise party. Going to have that. There's going to be other artists there as well. And remember, Sean Rayford, as humble as he is, remember, he is a top 20 jazz artist. I mean, he had a couple hits in the top. One was in the top 50. Another one's in the top 20. So you have to remember. So it's not just he's a big time dude now. But and you guys want to know a little something that's funny. I know that's right. If Vanessa they're going to buy something. I always ask my neighbor, do they like to read? Oh yeah, Melanie Benita has the perfect end, and so does Vanessa. That will be cool. I love Sean. Yeah, Sean Rayford. He's a very humble person, very nice man. I love that guy. And quite frankly, he kind of let a little out of the bag back when we did the live stream. But you guys, by the way, Sean Rayford, when I had my parties at my house, he actually was the artist who came to my house to do music. Yeah, we had sax at my house during our parties, and Sean Rayford was the sax man. So just to give you an idea, so he's going to be the first artist that signed up on the SSN Lifestyle Party in Punta Cana, and there's going to be some other things: the yacht party, the catamaran cruise party. There'll be a few other things going on as well, which I'm not going to disclose at the moment. But this is the only party that most people will be going to that I'm hosting. My parties basically, just so you guys know, here's what my neighbors did. Because my parties were always for charity. The Shriners Children's Hospital in Sacramento. That's what my parties actually were for. I wouldn't hold a party just to have a party. I would have a party, but my neighbors, you need to chip in and help out this organization. How do you like that, ladies and gentlemen? You guys got money, all right? You're up here in the upscale neighborhood. You guys might want to chip in, help out the charity. One of my daughters got burned, so Shriners Hospital, they did the surgery, they did everything at no cost whatsoever. So I'm always indebted to them for life. So whenever I have any parties, not the one in Punta Cana, but any personal parties, I always have donations, and that's why I do the party for them. So that's why the parties are always upscale and always cool. And I still have people to this day calling saying, when's the next party? And I'm like, I don't live in my house no more. Not that house. I can't have that kind of party at this new house. I can only, that's not going to happen. So that's why I used to always do it. But that's what we're going to do. Yeah, Sean's definitely there. Melanie, Benita, nice to see. Wow, that's cool. Can't wait to party. Well, my SSN fam, y'all know I'm a fool. That's all right. Sounds like a trip, Eric. Yes, it will be. Evening, Miss Benita. Wow, that's a blessing. That is a blessing. Exactly. That is very awesome, Eric. Thanks for the gems and the fun, Wilson Koo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up because this was story time for me. Have a great evening. Thank you so much, everybody. That was a lot of story time and some information that I never really tell you guys. And so, again, it goes back to the whole story. Passive income is needed. Streams of income is needed. Making investments and taking risk are always going to be needed because the money doesn't stay the same. What it costs you today, I wish it still cost me the same amount that it cost me in 2000, 2010, 2015. Everything was priced the same, but that's not how this world works. So you're always going to have to take risks to make more money, unfortunately. Unless, of course, you have enough money where you're like a few millions in that you have saved up or something. That's about it. But anything less than a few million now, everybody's at risk. So even if you had 1.5, even if you have 1 million, if hyperinflation kicks in, that 1.5 that you have saved, you're going to have to risk it by making some money because you're not going to make enough. If inflation, well, it's 15%. So if it keeps doing this 15, and a house instead of costing 500,000 now costs $1 million everywhere, not just in SoCal, not just in Miami, not just in New York, but everywhere a house costs $1 million, you're going to have a problem. All right. So just keep these things in mind. And that's why we have these conversations on the live stream, because you can't sit still. There's just no way. The only people that can sit still is really nobody. Why do you think billionaires are on Shark Tank? Wouldn't it make sense that they have more than enough money, but yet they're still out here getting other businesses and joining in and getting equity in these businesses? Have you ever figured out why they're doing this? Come on, guys, wake up. The end all be all is not you have 2 million, 5 million, 50 million. That's not the end all be all. Sure, you can live nice, but because you invest in different vehicles, if it goes kaput, you're back to square one. So therefore, that's why they leverage themselves, because they're saying, well, if I invest in this business, that business, this opportunity, that opportunity, and spread it out, at least 5 could fail, but then I still get to keep these other 2 and have revenue streams coming in. I won't go broke. And this is why athletes go broke, because they're not investing in normal vehicles like stock, real estate, crypto now. They do things like investing in high risk businesses, restaurants, nightclubs, bars. Like, wait, I guess you missed that part about there's fights all the time. People are getting shot all the time, part where people get sued and your business is toast. I mean, why would you put your money there when you could have just easily just said, hey, that AT&T stock, the letter T, it's been giving out dividends for the last 52 straight years. So why wouldn't you put like an athlete go, I'll put $100 million, I mean, not 100, $1 million over here. And since this price point, it's going to give me $50,000 to $60,000 per year from dividends. Why wouldn't you do that? They don't teach people to do that. But to me, it's a no-brainer. Just like what Reebok did for Allen Iverson. They said, okay, we're going to pay you X amount of money, but we're going to put some in an annuity. I don't know what vehicle it was. It might have been an annuity, but they set money aside for him, whether it's a trust, annuity, whatever. And if not for that trust or annuity, he would be broke after earning hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's all any of the athletes would ever have to do. That's all they had to do. Put in they're making astronomical amount of money. Even if you only made $1 million a year, at least in 3 years, if you're able to stay in the league 3 years, you should have $1 million locked up somewhere where it's sitting there saying, okay, I got 5% or 10% on my money coming in for the rest of my life. So regardless, I know I'm good there. Spend all the rest, but I know I got 100K coming in a year. So those are the decisions that should be made for you as an ordinary citizen, because we're trying to get everybody here on the same page. Because once you start this army moving, like what has happened in Punta Cana, for instance, in the DR, where we literally have over 30 people who have invested in the Dominican Republic here at SSN Nation. Imagine what could happen 4 years from now, or 2 years from now, or a year from now, after all these projects are built. And then 3 years from now, everybody looks at their portfolio and goes, man, I wish I would have bought more than one of these things, because that $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 condo villa could be 3 times the amount. And you're sitting there like, man, I could have just bought 2 of these. I would have like almost a $700,000 or $800,000 worth of property, all because I locked in the prices 3 years ago. That's what could happen. I'm not saying it will, but that's what could happen. Why not put yourself in position? I'm going into the motivational part of this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing a little overtime, even though I was going to end the live stream, but I'm going overtime for motivation to get you guys thinking, even in bad times. Those are the times you're supposed to look for those opportunities to invest more. That's what the wealthy do. That's what the rich do. That's what entrepreneurs do. That's what investors do. You act like an investor. When things go bad, you're supposed to be picking up the pieces. You're supposed to be getting the dead bones left on the ground. Don't let these guys that's making all the money do it. Get your little piece here and there. They can't get everything because they don't know about everything. They have advisors. They're only one person. Their advisor says this sector is going to be worth the picking. Everybody knows when real estate goes down, that's the picking to take. Everybody knows when stocks go down that generally you want to buy the stocks on the dip or when they crash 40%. But this could be 1930 all over again, and crashing 40% ain't going to help you for the next 20 years, where the stock just trades sideways and goes up a little bit. You never know what's going to happen. So you have to put your money in vehicles that you know is going to bring you revenue coming back, or you controlling the revenue. Like, for instance, Melanie Benitez here, she has books. She can continue to write books. She's a known quantity. She can go out and still be a speaker because of her books. So she's still going to be able to do something because people are going to need financial help. People are going to need psychological and sociology type help. They're going to need that. So she has positioned herself already. No matter if the economy goes up, she's there for you. I can help you. If the economy goes down, she can be there for you. That's perfect. She's positioned herself that way. Anybody can position themselves that way too, but you're going to have to know something, right? So position yourself. So if the economy goes down, what are you going to do? What's your moves? Plan ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Plan ahead. You still have time. You still have time to make some money over the next 2, 3, 4 months as well, and position yourself in a way where you can have passive income. I don't care if the passive income is $200 a month, but that's a start. I don't care if it's 50. I don't really care what the number is. Start, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's the motivation that we're talking about here tonight, which isn't part of the normal SSN Nation. All right. Let's see what else we got. And then we're going to wrap it up. Sounds like a trip, Eric. Yes, it is. That's a nice, Eric. Way to give back. Thank you, Tiffany Young. That's how we do it. Evening, Miss Bonita. That's right. Wow, that is a blessing. I went by that again. Thanks for the gems and the fun, Wilson Koo. I missed the others. That's very awesome, Eric. Have a great evening. Thank you so much. Great evening. At Wilson Koo. Thank you so much, Eric. Melanie Bonita, no problem. Yes, multiple streams to live their dreams. I like that right there. Multiple streams to live their dreams. That's very well said. I like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours. New record for Monday Night Live because I went on that semi-motivational story time, all of that. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why I'm going to tease you with a little something as I end this, because we talked about Dominican Republic. We talked about downtown Miami, Mexico, such as Tulum, Mexico. We talked about investing in real estate at today's prices, locking it in now by pre-construction. I'm going to show you another video that a lot of people have seen, but I showed you the business center that they're building at Vista Cana, and I might as well get my Eric Bird Boulevard done by still promoting. But this, for instance, is a place inside Vista Cana, inside one of the projects. This one's the Gardens and the Park project has this building right here, and I'm going to show it real quick. It's hopefully to get other people motivated. And by the way, the person that bought the last one bedroom on the second floor at the first phase of the wave, they actually sent me the message to say, hey, thanks that you kept pushing and pushing to do it. And I finally did it. And she even did it when it was $79.9, which is actually pretty good because the price actually is already going to be $99 because of the other one bedrooms. But just to give everybody here an understanding of what we're talking about, this is on the grounds of Vista Cana within the gated project of the Gardens. And I might as well just say it. Panorama Gardens and Panorama Park has this project right here called the Zen Place. Check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Another reason why I believe the Vista Cana location is going to be top notch. So I have to earn my way around this. And I'm also going to do something else because it's because of Victor Marrero, who bought it Cana Rock. I'm going to show this right here because this is also on the grounds of the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. They actually have one bedrooms there for 117, 126,000 is what their prices went up to now. You can still get one or two for 114, 117, but now they're selling the next phase at 126 for a one bedroom on the grounds at Cana Rock condos. But here's a video on Cana Rock where they're on the golf course. So their prices are also escalating. All right. Another teaser. That's Connor Rock Studio. I mean, Connor Rock Condos, now that I saw what it was. And that's the specific unit. The one bedrooms there are like $126,000 now. There's only one or two left at 114 and 117. And there's actually somebody already renting their unit on Airbnb. It's apparent they come fully furnished or furnished. I don't know about fully with pictures and all, but they're furnished, and somebody's already on Airbnb renting out their one bedroom or two bedroom at the Connor Rock property because it's already built. Just what you see. That was actually live footage, not a rendering like the other one at Zen Place. So uh, people can now monetize themselves already at Connor Rock, and they're renting them. Just so you know, those. I'm going to tell you something. First of all, they're renting them for about 120, 130, which isn't a lot. But they didn't buy theirs for 126, 114, 117. One bedrooms used to be $89,000 just 9 months ago, 10 months ago, a year ago, 89,000. In fact, in March, they had a special that you could have bought for, they had 10% off. And so some people, it was 99,000. They were able to get a few units were sold at $90,000. So they have a big advantage. So they can afford to rent at 120, 130. They can afford to do 700 a night, 800 a night. I mean, 800 a week, sorry. So just put that in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, as you're sitting here determining and waiting and sitting there going, you know what, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Well, just remember, the cost of goods and services go up. The cost of concrete, the cost of supplies goes up. So that means the next buildings have to cost more. So you can't wait around too much longer. All right. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to end this right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to see before we go. I'll end this. Looks very relaxing. Exactly. Beautiful. That's exactly right. I love it. The Zen Place. I actually made this out perfectly. The Zen Place is 50 yards away from my condo. Just so you know. I actually put it 50 yards away on purpose because I didn't want to be that close, but I didn't want to be too far away. So I made it 50 yards away. The penthouse is 50 yards away. They are not playing. They are already renting before they are finished. Yes, Melanie Bonita, you can go to, in fact, well, I won't do it, but you can go to Airbnb, put in Punta Cana. You know what? I'm going to do it. We're not going to end it yet. Thank you for the knowledge and the motivation. Mr. Evans is here. He was lurking. Thank you so much for being here once again on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name, which means he supports the channel as well monetarily. Thank you for your knowledge and motivation. I appreciate you, Mr. Evans. Thank you for always supporting me, man. I appreciate it, and the SSN Nation. So before I end it, this is going to even be more special. You know, this is what we like to do, ladies and gentlemen, because to make an investment, you have to oftentimes understand what you're investing in, right? You have to know what your return on investment could possibly be. So I'm actually going to go to Airbnb. I'm going to go look and see if I can pull up the unit. Oh, I had it there. Doggone it. I'm going to pull up, see if that unit shows available in Punta Cana. Let's see. Do we have it up? Okay, we're still on the screen. So here's what I'm going to do. So we're going to put in Punta Cana. Oh, here we go. Oh, I had it. I had something already in there. Okay, I'll do Punta Cana. And what date should we do? Let's do the 15th for 3 nights. I don't know if that's a holiday, but let's go see. Type of place. Let's see. So here's Macau 262. Doesn't look like, doesn't look like there's anything available up at nope. Okay, hold on. Let me go further out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what's happening here? I don't want to. Can we get some other dates? Hold on. Let me switch this up. We got to do all places. Let's see. Is this it? Let's see. Connor Rock. Now 97 per night, ladies and gentlemen. You can see this. Oh, well, they didn't. They're not doing it the right way. They're opening up a new screen. But check this out. This may look familiar after you saw the video. Yes. Does this look familiar? Let's see if this is it. Different table, though. It says Connor Rock, so I don't know which building it is. I thought it was the one, but this is their beach club. And, oh, looks like they've done a few updates. Here we go. That's it. You guys saw the video. So they've changed their table. They put in their own lamps. This is a different unit, apparently. So this is somebody else's unit. The other unit didn't look like this. It looked like what's in the video. Because when they first built these, they were not fully furnished. They now, in the second phases, they're coming fully furnished. So this is a different unit altogether. So somebody's renting their unit for $97 per night. And since it's not furnished looking like the picture, the video, that means they probably purchased this at like $89,000. So this person, they're like, okay, I'll take my $700 a week. And I don't know what the profit would be, but let's just say that's 2 or 3 weeks. You can do a month. But you can see the grounds here, just like you saw in the picture. The white building that you see is a restaurant. So, and I never saw this person's before, but the furnishings in the bathroom is the same as the other person's that looks like this. So apparently that's part of the fixtures. So AC units included. So again, if you know you can rent out, if all you can rent for in October is 100 a night, that's fair. But what's it going to be when it's not October? What's it going to be in February, right? And this is what I actually look at. So if anybody gets detoured or worried about what the rental rates are going to be, this is uncharted territories. Nobody knows what the rental rates really are going to be. Just keep that in mind. Okay? Because there were never any condos on the property at Hard Rock. But what I will tell you is there's a concert series January 26th through the 30th at the Hard Rock. So here we go, where now the person's doing 105, just a little more. So that's going to be a deal, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's not there. Okay. No love. That's going to be a deal because, oh, they have more people. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys this real quick because even I cannot predict how much I can rent my unit for at Vista Cana. But look at this. So now you have several people at Cana Rock. Wait, am I at Cana Rock now? You have several people at Cana Rock. Here we go. 104, 130 something. That's Cana Pearl. This is another condo on site. So they're at around 100. Come on. Let's go. Let's see. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. Let's go look at this. This is 168, right? So if you guys want to hang out, this is overtime tonight. This is what you look for if you're researching how much you think. And again, we're in uncharted territories. I personally think I'm going to be able to rent out more than that myself at Vistacana. But we're going to find out in like 2 years. But we'll see. Okay, this is Connor Rock Pearl, so that's not the one we want. But nonetheless, 168. This is also on the grounds, but it's not the it's not the Connor Rock section. So I'm just going to go out of this and go back and see if we can actually get one at the Connor Rock. It should be around 105, 120. But here's what I really want to show you. And if you bear with me a little bit longer, I'll show you something else. Okay, it's 135. That's the 105 lady or male. I don't know. Oro nightclub. That's cute. I don't know this. Punta Cana. So it looks like the 105 lady's winning again. Now, this points me in one direction only. I'm going to tell you guys something. I talked about this before when it comes to real estate investing. All right. Just because you see somebody charging 105 doesn't mean that's what you should be charging, because you should be charging more than 105. All right. That's the one we saw, right? Now, I'm going to show you something. This is why you need to know when events are in your area. All right. This is the reason why you need to know when events are. I'm going to show you something right now. In fact, I'm going to go Expedia. There's a reason I'm going to do Expedia, because I think the other prices come up. Yes, it'll show competing prices, right? So look at this. Okay. I'm going to show you this. Those same dates. January 26th through the 30th. Let me show you something. I'd be shocked. There it is. Look at this. I was going to say, I would be shocked if the Hard Rock Casino actually has availability. It does not. Look at this. This property requires you to stay at least 7 nights. That's because of the festival concert that they're having. So now let's see if I can even get anything for all 7 nights. There it is. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the all-inclusive price for all 7 nights. And that other person that owns that, I think it's a 1-bedroom, because, yeah, it's at the Connor Rocks condos. That one, no, it's a 2-bedroom she has, actually. That 2-bedroom, she's only charging $105 a night. For a whole week, somebody's going to pay $700 plus the Airbnb fee. Let's call it $850. Meanwhile, at the hotel, where these are only studio units, yes, it's all inclusive, but somebody's going to pay $3,300. $3,300. She's leaving money on the table, and a lot of it. All right? You cannot allow this type of opportunity to go by. She has a 2-bedroom, and she's not even charging half. Now, this is incredible, because Victor Marrero, if his property was built, he would have opportunity galore, because he has a 2-bedroom. And they charge $100 per night to get a pass. Well, 105 or 120 or 110 to get a pass. So you can actually go to the Hard Rock for that, for 105 per, I think it's per person per day. So that could be $200, which starts adding up. But the point I'm trying to make is if they're charging 400 and, well, let's just put it this way. This little creepy ass Caribbean suite with no jacuzzi tub in the middle of the room, they're charging $475. I didn't even know they had these rooms until I saw it on this Expedia. These are not even the rooms most people would stay in. Look at this regular old hotel room, $480. No kitchen, no nothing. All you have is all inclusive. Here's a junior suite with 2 kings, $480. So you can see right now people are paying $3,300 because it includes taxes and fees, $3,400. But when you get to the real room, look at this 2-bedroom over here, ladies and gentlemen. Does that not say $880 per night? Free Wi-Fi, 1 king, 2 double beds, just like that lady had a 1 king and 2 double beds. $886,000 for 7 nights. Why is she charging 105? Because she doesn't know that there is a festival on site at the Hard Rock from the 26th through the 30th. And she doesn't know that the Hard Rock is actually a 1-week minimum, which now means by every right, is there anybody here that thinks she should not be at least getting $2,500 for her week or $3,000? This is what I'm talking about. When you have real estate, renting it, you have to be cognizant of festivals and events. All right. So once again, hopefully you understand that this opportunity is going to come up a lot because Punta Cana area, they have a lot of festivals. Literally 1 per month. Sometimes 2 or 3. It just depends on the time of year. And look at this. This Caribbean thing, I don't know what that is, but look at this. The 1-bedroom king and sofa sleeper, they're charging $954 a night. I don't know why this one's more, but this is incredible. I guess this is the luxury suite or something. But this is good enough for me. $6,000 for 7 nights. Somebody's paying it. Is it enough for me that they're staying in this garbage? This is what I call garbage ones. They don't even have jacuzzis in their room or nothing. I mean, that's crazy. It's out on the deck is some sort of tub jacuzzi, not even the real one. $500 a night, $577 a night. This is insane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about that. Jeez. They are not playing. They're already renting before they are finished. Yes, like I mentioned before, Mr. Evans, thank you. Nice seeing you. So nice. I love Cana Rock. Yes. So some of them are already complete. Yes, some of them are. They're already done. They're all included. In fact, Cana Rock condos, they're sold. I mean, they're not sold out. They still have like 10 or 15 units still left over there. So some of them are sold and they're already done because they're all inclusive. The second phase included the furniture. So some of them are already complete. Yes. Keep in mind, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. ETFs. That's true. Victor, those are the initial condos. Those have been built for about 2 years now. The new ones, Galaxy and Star, are a lot closer to the beach and Hard Rock Hotel, but won't be finished until 2023. Holy smokes, Marrero. I thought the Galaxy was going to be done in about 9 months in 2021 in June. They moved it back, even in your phase, or does that mean there are other phases? That's crazy. Wow. Closer to the beach and Hard Rock Hotel won't be finished until 2023. I didn't know that. Wow. You have to do your research so that you're not leaving any money on the table. Exactly. Mine won't be 105 or less. I love the 500 or more a night. Exactly. That's exactly right. So that's why, as we call it, and Marrero said before, we call it dynamic pricing. And on Airbnb, allegedly, you can put in dynamic pricing, but which is called smart pricing. I never use smart pricing. I prefer to know about all events, no matter how small the event is. Just a simple thing as there's a convention on the Hard Rock grounds, for instance, that would dictate what my rental rate's going to be. If they're having anything at the Hard Rock, so it doesn't have to be a festival, it could be a poker tournament at the Hard Rock, I'm changing my room rates. It doesn't matter what it is. Or even in Punta Cana, let's put it that way. Because, like, for instance, here goes again. We're talking about Vista Cana, which is, I don't know how far Vista Cana is to Hard Rock, but like I said, to me, it's like 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know. But it's somewhere around there. But, so I'll give you another example, because a lot of us own at Vista Cana. I know that they're renting for 7 nights. I can see other rates out here at Airbnb. I can see these rates. So the question that most people will have is, if I have a 2-bedroom at Vista Cana, which is not on the Hard Rock grounds, and the festival is at the Hard Rock grounds, how much can I charge at Vista Cana? So let me walk you through what actually happens as far as the mind. So somebody says they're going to the festival. There's going to be thousands of people. There's not thousands of units at these the Cana Rock property. Okay. There's not 1,000 that's going to be available. There's not 2,000 units that's going to be available. So now you have your friends, family, whatever, 4, 5 people, 6 people coming. That already automatically limits their capabilities. All right. They're not going to stay at the Hard Rock with 6 people. They're going to stay at somebody's condo for 6 people. All right. So that's what you're going to have to remember. So once you understand that, now you start understanding, hey, Eric, they're charging for a 2-bedroom at Hard Rock. They're charging this crazy number, $800 a night, $880 a night, $6,000 a week. So if they're doing that, and I know on the grounds, somebody's charging 105, was it, or 97, we know that's going to be booked up. So just ignore it. In fact, there could be 100 people charging $97 a night on Cana Rock, and I would still ignore it, because I know it costs $6,000 for people to stay at the Cana Rock. So now I have the added benefit of saying, oh, well, you can come stay at my place, and it's only going to cost you $2,500. And they might say, hey, man, I can stay on the Cana Rock grounds for that. And then I say, hey, man, you're going to be there for the whole week. All you get to do is you get to go to the concert. You get to go to the fitness center. You get to go swim in the pool. And you get to go to a restaurant or two. That's it. But over here, look at all we have. And I got the penthouse over here. And we have the Zen place that's 50 yards away. And we have the sports complex that's like 100 yards away. And we have that lake over here that's like a 4-minute walk away. And you can go to the other Panorama Lakes project over there that's closer to the lake, that has their own little lake and restaurant and stuff. And we have a driver that can drive you to the concert. So what's the problem? So again, it matters what amenities you have, and it matters your location and what you're doing. I could not do that same thing at the other property, which would be Primavera. Primavera, even though it does have pools and barbecues and social areas and things like that, I would not be able to get away with saying, hey, because there's no restaurant at Primavera. So it doesn't meet the criteria where I'm going to be able to charge somebody $2,500 for the week or more. I would have to be in that ballpark of saying, okay, $1,500 for a week or something. because I still have a penthouse, so that's sweet. But still, I'm going to be charging more money now that I know it's 7 nights. If I was there from the 23rd to the 30th, I'm charging more money automatically. Now, I'm going to do something else just to show you guys how you have to think on this. All right. Let me, I'm trying to get back here because these guys like to open up a new window. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to show you something else. Just so you guys can understand, there's more ways to think about when you're doing vacation rentals. So you're thinking outside the box. All right. Which isn't really outside the box, but a lot of people don't think this way. So they leave a lot of money on the table. Meaning, if you're in a different vicinity, people are going, well, I'm not that close. So therefore, all I'm going to do is, I can't do it. Let me see. All I'm going to do is charge, because that person there is charging 100. So I'm going to charge 85 at my location. All right. So let me show you something. That festival is going to have, I don't know how many people. It's around 4,000, 5,000 people, I'm sure, is going to be at the festival. All right. So here's what I want to show you, though. Let's go with the first things first. All right. So do I have it on screen so you guys can see? All right, here we go. Check this out. There's going to be 4,000 or 5,000 people at the festival. Marrero can probably check it out. He'd probably know. But I'll stick with 4,000 or 5,000 just to be conservative. There could be more. But are you paying attention? Look how many units are actually available in the area. This is not thousands of units, right? This is near Hard Rock. In fact, this could be on Hard Rock. Let me go look. Oh, here goes some Counter Rocks, 137. I didn't see these. Here goes another, 144. Oh, this is the 26. Okay, either way, they're way underpriced. Nobody should be under 300 a night. But you want to thank them for being under 300 a night. You should have yours at $350, $400 a night, because let's say there's 4,000 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's call it 20. 20 units gone. Once people start realizing that they can go to Airbnb and they're actually going to this concert, all these are going to be gone for these price points. This one at 180, gone. 96, gone. Here goes somebody that's pretty smart. 668. Exactly. Exactly. And they probably charge that because it's a 4-bedroom villa in Cocotel or something. All right. Now, let me start moving down the line here. Notice there aren't 1,000 units available. So you don't mind somebody taking this 297. That's cool. 125. You don't mind these people getting booked up. You don't care at all, because half of these units are just condominiums where people only have a pool and a fitness center. That's it. There's no restaurants. There's no bars. There's no nothing. So here goes a person, 100 a night, White Sands. They're not on the water. I know where the White Sands is. It's by the Cocotel 9-hole golf course, which is like nothing there. There's not even a mini mart, let alone there's no restaurant, no mini mart, no nothing. All they have is a pool in their complex. So they're charging 100 a night just for that. I don't know this apartment here, but I know where White Sands is. So look at this. There are not 1,000 units available. There's not even 500 in the vicinity. A Barrow Star. Interesting. I don't know which one that was. Oh, that's just a Barrow Star. That's next door to Hard Rock. Or is it RIU? I think it's RIU. But anyhow, notice that there is not 1,000 units available. There's not even 500. Okay? So you don't have to worry about somebody booking out a unit. That's all I'm trying to say. That's what you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There goes the ETFs, Hard Rock, the Star. You have to do your research. Exactly. Exactly. You have to do your research so that you're not leaving any money. Exactly what we talked about. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I ran well over. So I just want to give you an understanding that if you invest in real estate and you're doing vacation rentals, you have to know the events that are occurring in the neighborhood. Then you can have your thing on not only Airbnb, but you'd be on VRBO. You could be on other platforms like FlipKey. You can be on booking.com. Therefore, you actually line up with other people and they start seeing these crazy prices. And then they see your unit, which again, you fixed it up upscale. You fixed it up very nice. And now they start going, well, wait a minute. You mean I'm saving like $2 or $3 grand by not staying on property? And I can still drive there. They have a driver for me too. Hell yeah, I'll stay over there. Saving 3-4 grand? Seriously? And I have a 2-bedroom? Even a 1-bedroom you can save, as you can see. You're going to charge somebody $4,000, you might charge $2,000, $1,500, whatever. You just want to charge what you feel you should get. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're going to wrap it up tonight. Hopefully that little overtime matters to somebody who's thinking about investing in real estate and applies anywhere. No matter what state, no matter what country you're in, you need to know the events and don't leave money on the table. And you don't have to be afraid to have the higher price, not the most expensive price, but your price has to be a higher price. So the most expensive price, for instance, a 2-bedroom at Hard Rock, you know that week they're renting for $880 per night minimum. So your price is not based on the other renters. Your price is based on the hotel. The other renters, they can charge $200 a night. Me personally, I'm charging $500, $550. Everybody else, when they go look at Airbnb, if they do that, they would go, well, wait, how come this 2-bedroom over here is $550? Why is he charging more? And I'm only charging $150, $170. All of a sudden they'll go, well, he can do that. And then you sit there and you will get a booking later. Maybe not up until 2 or 3 weeks before, but you'll get the booking because there's nothing else available. So keep that in mind. Don't be fooled. You can always lower your price, and there's always at a festival somebody looking for a place to stay last minute. I'm talking about literally. The concert or festival starts tonight. Somebody literally just showed up without a place to stay. They just showed up because they knew and know that somebody cancels, somebody doesn't show up, somebody will have a place to stay. People do this all the time, especially at festivals that are pretty big. All the time. They go, okay, I'll just sleep at a campground or I'll bring a tent. You would be surprised. And it costs a lot of money to be in these festivals. To attend these. They're not like $300, $200 for 3 or 4 nights. Sometimes it's $200 a day. So that's why these people show up, because they know the volume of people. Somebody missed a flight. Somebody couldn't get past immigration. Somebody couldn't get past, into the country. So you have parties who didn't show up, and then all of a sudden something will show up on Airbnb or not. So you never have to really worry about festival. You will be able to rent. And if you get within a week or 2 weeks and you feel like the price is too much, so what? You can always go down. You just can't go up. It's easier to go down than to charge $250 a night and then find out people are renting them for $500 a night and you're already booked up and somebody's staying in your place for $1,000 a week. And you could have got $3,500. Don't play yourself like that. All right. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.